Yeah. Black man Unfiltered network. We ain't here to play nice. We here to flip everything they told you was normal. Hey! Yeah. Yeah. Hey, we flipping tables. Yeah. We breaking labels. Facts. No more silence, no more favors. Truth hit hard, can't save it. Yeah. We flipping tables. This that real, no cable. Hey, if it's fake, we unplug it. Welcome to the table. Yeah. I came in the room, they was comfortable, quiet. Smiling in your face, but behind it is riot. They told me be calm, but I'm built for the storm. When the truth in the building, you better transform. They don't like a man when he speak with direction. They love you when broken, confused, and correction. But I'm on a mission, I'm changing perception. No filter, no fear, just raw intersection. System designed just to keep you disabled. Mentally trapped, spiritually labeled. I'm cutting the cords, the lies getting fatal. If it ain't the truth, I'm flipping in the table. We flipping tables. Yeah, we breaking labels. Facts. No more silence, no more favors. Truth hit hard, can't save you. Yeah, we flipping tables. They said don't question, I said watch me. Too many men out here living sloppy. No guidance, no code, no structure, no lead. Now we wonder why families bleed. This ain't hate, this accountability. Look in the mirror with this vulnerability. Masking and frame with responsibility. That's what they fear, that stability. I'm calling it out, no sugar, no glaze. We breaking these cycles, we shifting in the phase. Legacy built, not lost in the maze. We done being silent, we entering rage.
This ain't just a podcast. It's a movement, it's a reset. If it's built on lies, it gotta fall.
We flipping tables, no fear, no fables. Black men rise, we stable. Now we changing the label. We flipping tables. Truth is non-negotiable. Black man unfiltered. This the voice, they ain't controlling. Flippin Tables podcast. Black man Unfiltered network. If it don't make you uncomfortable, it ain't real.
What up, what up, what up, what up? Hey, listen, man, I am glad that you guys are here tonight. If you can hear me, put a 1 in the chat. If you can hear me, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. All right. All right, we got a conversation to have tonight. But before I get started, man, shout out to everybody that's watching right now. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If this is your first time here, I appreciate you. Share it with 2 people you like and 1 person you don't. Before I get started, man, on the conversation for tonight, I want to briefly, because we'll have a show on this Friday, but I want to briefly say prayers out to the Carmelo Anthony family with this 18-year-old being sentenced to over 30 years in prison for defending himself. And the message to everybody, and I know most people may not like what I'm about to say, but I believe that you don't have enough evidence. Some people, I heard somebody call this young man today a coward for defending himself. And I want to say this. I think some black people are so delusional and so damn stupid now that they don't know what the hell they're talking about. And I would rather, I think some black people would rather those twin white boys would have just stomped them out. I think that's what they wanted. I think they just may have wanted him to get stomped out, and everybody would have been okay with it. But when you defend yourself, you cannot control how I respond if you put your hands on me. Let me say it again. You can't control how I respond if you put your hands on me. That's why you should be as nice as possible. You should be as loving as possible. But if you put your hands on me, there will be smoke in the city. There will be hell to tell the captain. I'm going to do my best to make you understand to keep your hands to yourself. And to all the black people out here, the coonettes and the coons. For a young black man, I hear a lot of people saying, well, it's just a life. A life is a life. It doesn't matter with color. Well, hey, if that mattered, and then let's go dig up some of these mass graves that they keep finding when they're trying to build houses. Let's go dig up these towns underwater and see how many bodies under there. Let's go to the Devil's Punch Bowl in Mississippi and dig up those bones that they find there every year. Every year, if there's a flood or overflow, the water goes into that Devil's Punch Bowl and bones come up from slaves or people who were enslaved or oppressed come up. And, nobody should lose life, but you should be considerate of your life before you put your hands on somebody. I ain't the baddest man in the world, but if you put your hands on me, I'm going to leave my signature. If you put your hands on me, you can't control how I respond to you if you put your hands on me. So we'll talk about that on Friday in Barbershop Talk. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button, make sure you hit the notification button so you know when we go live. Anyway, tonight I want to have a conversation. Oh, if you want to give to the channel, you see the Cash App down there. Who's going to be the first Cash App tonight? Who's going to be the first Super Chat? You get a chance to be the ruler of the show tonight on who can stay on. We could talk about your questions, answer anything that you have. You will be priority if you support the channel financially. All right. So go ahead and hit the Cash App. It's scrolling at the bottom of the screen. We'd love to see you guys support the channel. Also, go ahead and hit that super chat that's at the bottom of the chat right there. Another thing, if you guys want to come up, you definitely can be a part of this conversation tonight, because I know a lot of men out in the world today are suffering in silence and suffering with the subject that we're talking about tonight. The subject tonight, she took him to court for child support. Should he pay anything extra? I'm going to go ahead while I'm letting that sink in. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link for you guys if you want to come up and have this conversation. I'd love to have you. Let's see what we got. All right. All right. The link is in the chat. Make sure when you come up here that you have no background noise, because if you do, I cannot have you on my show today or in the future either. I went back and watched some of my other episodes. I'm hearing babies crying, people farting, people microphones not working, people internet is trash. If you at a family reunion, just watch. If you're at a family reunion, just watch. Okay. So, but I want to talk about this tonight because I think this is important to talk about. And again, guys, if you want to come up and be a part of the show, the link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. All right. Again, shout out to Carmelo Anthony and his family. And all the you know what I like about this? Not the fact that somebody lost a life and somebody that's 2 lives were lost in this. But I love the fact that we get to see, before I get into the subject of the night, I got to say this last thing. I love the fact that we get to see white people at their very best during these situations. All y'all got to do is go read the comments. Go read the comments of the white people saying, drag them, go put them in front of a firing squad, hang that nigga from a tree. You know, I just want you guys to go and look at the comments of the people that you work with every day and that you kissing their ass every day. I want you to understand that. I want you to go look at that. Please do, because you'll learn a lot about your coworkers and the people who are saying that they're not racist. Okay, I see you, Paige. But tonight we're gonna have a conversation. Tonight we're gonna talk about Carmelo, and we're gonna talk about the Asian racism going on now too. We'll talk about all that Friday. We're gonna have a jam-packed show on Friday, so y'all get ready for us to cook on Friday. But tonight we're talking about women out here are don't want to sit down and negotiate with the baby daddy. They don't want to negotiate with the father of their children. They want to go out and go see white daddy. Well, I'm a firm believer that there's consequences for everything that you do. Let me say that again. There's consequences for everything that you do. If you make a decision, there's consequences for the decision that you make. There's consequences for the decisions that you make. Now, if you have a willing father that wants to negotiate with you, then you should negotiate. But one thing I found out, I heard Mr. Fantastic say, shout out to Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic said something amazing the other day. I read in his a few weeks ago. He said, and this is for a lot of you fellas out there that may be watching right now, if your new girl look better than your old one, she's going to put you on child support. Let me say it again. If your new girl look better than your old one, she's definitely going to put you on child support. Second thing, sometimes men will have a little peace and a little understanding until they move on with their lives. I've never seen it in my life where women are so hateful toward their men and they hate them. They can't stand their guts. They want them to be apart. And then you break apart from her. And then everything that you do moving on, she's jealous of, she's mad, she want to fight the new girl, she don't want you to move on. And guess who gives her the power to take you to court just because she's mad? Guess who gives her the power to take you to court just because she's mad? Just because she's upset. White daddy. White daddy, as he's always done, said, hey, don't worry about it, Sheikah Shay. Don't worry about it, Keisha. We got you. He got a new chick. Come here. We got you. Come here. We're going to get you everything you need. Noodles, no package. Cereal, no milk. Pancakes, no syrup. Nothing. Powdered milk, no milk. Nothing. That's what the white man said, come here, we got you. We're going to take real good care of you. And they're going to give you everything you ask for. They're going to give you everything you want. This is an agenda. Do some of you guys educated in the information that child support is? Do y'all understand what child support is? Child support should be for fathers who are just absolutely 100% seen the baby on the day of birth and said, I'm out. Child support, matter of fact, I believe that the court system should allow the child to live with the parent who is more substantial. Why is the courts granting why is the court granting custody to women who are on Section 8 and the fathers have moved on, remarried, got good jobs, making $100,000 a year, and he can't get custody of the kids? The court should immediately give the kids to the father. It will only help with the state. But guess what I found out, guys? I'm here in the state of Texas. Guess what I found out in the state of Texas? In the state of Texas, they got several ways of putting that unlubricated broomstick up your ass and turning it left and make you say, They got several ways to show you. How they gonna get you? They got several. How they gonna fuck over? They got ways that they can retro back child support from years and put you in immediate debt, federal debt. You can't go out of the country. You can't get a car loan. You can't get, goddamn it, I done found out now doing my research on this matter tonight, you can't even get an apartment no more if you have back child support. Can somebody talk to me? You can't get an apartment. You can't get nothing. And then they take your license. I went to court one time, in small little towns in Louisiana, they do everything, and they do tickets. They do speeding tickets. They do traffic violations, child support, all that shit in one courtroom. And you just sit back there and watch everything flow. I've been in the back of courtrooms where men have come to the court. Let me tell you how this works. They come to court and they say, Your Honor, I used to work. This is one man I remember, black guy. I used to work in the oil field on the rig out in the ocean. I can no longer work on the rig because of my health. So I'm no longer making rig money. I'm working a land rig. My money's been cut by 20%. The judge says, Are you still able to work? He said, Yes. He said, Well, get a second job then. The child support will stay the same. Now, guess what happens when he can't afford to pay that? He's going his ass to jail. They're going to suspend his license. His life, as he knows it, is over. There have been situations where men have paid child support and the child not even theirs. Come talk to me. See, what happens is, what we do today is we don't hold women accountable. And if you do, you're gay, you're sassy. I don't give a damn what you say about me. I'm going to tell the truth. And these silly bitches out here are got these men and doing whatever they want to do. And then the man has to pay for it. You ruin a man's life completely. And then now he got to pay you completely. You go out and put your coochie on the donors list at the hospital, and you found a new donor for that coochie every day. And the man got to pay for your mistakes. He got to take care of that baby. And he got to send you money every month. They docking his pay every month, sending you money. Child support so bad now, I heard they got a law. I heard they're going to pass a law where they're going to put a picture of your baby mama on your check stub. She's going to be on a check stub like this. Because you ain't getting no money. Imagine making this kind of money and they taking 35% out your check. 35% out your check, 35 to 38%. You paying for the kids, and the kids, think about this. You're paying for the kids to have things, and the kid, you didn't spend that much when you was with their mama. She was buying them summer sausage and honey buns, and now all of a sudden she wants steak money. She was feeding them niggas Hot Pockets, and now she done hit your pockets. And guess what? Ain't shit you can do about it, because I found out that here in Texas, when you pay child support, a large percentage of that child support, these black women so dumb, the large percentage of the child support goes into the retirement fund for the very judges who are ordering the child support. Somebody about to go Google this. Everybody got Chat GPT. You know I'm not lying. Several states use child support to fund the retirement of state officials, whether they be judges, police chiefs, firefighters, all those people. So you think that they're going to give you the benefit of the doubt in a courtroom? You think they're going to give you the benefit of the doubt in the courtroom when they know, when they put you on child support, that you're going to be paying their fees? You're going to be paying their retirement? They're going to be able to go buy their favorite boat and name it Betty Boo, a bougie bad bitch, and sail down the coast of the Gulf of Mexico on your bread that you worked hard for. Y'all ain't got to believe me. Just chat GPT it. Hell, I'll make chat GPT it for you. This is crazy. This is crazy. Why do the kids need that much money? Why some men are getting, I saw a guy the other day on child support. The baby mama was in child support court. The man was paying $1,765 for one child. Somebody in the chat tell me who's spending $1,700 a month on one child? You can take that child to Longhorn. You can take that child to every steakhouse he wants. You're not finna spend $1,700 a month. On what? And guess what? Men take that broomstick up their ass. It pause. Men take that broomstick up their ass and they take it. Why? Because some of the men know they got to pay court costs. Some of the men know they got to pay the cost to be the boss. Some men know that they got to use all their PTO up from their job to go sit up in court. And guess what else? The state represents the woman, so she don't even have to come to court. Y'all, I'm in the genesis of this conversation right now. Ain't it crazy? She don't have to show up. She can go to work. She can go to work and have a good old time at work. And girl, guess what? My ironing court this morning. Guess what, girl? I'm finna get that child support. Oh, man. You know what? I really want some men to come up here tonight that ain't scared. If you watching right now and you a man and you ain't scared, come on up here. It's okay. It's okay. Listen, ain't nobody gonna mess with you over here. Okay? You have the freedom to say what you need to say. I know a man right now, I should have called him and see if he could have came on tonight. But I know a man right now, his son was in the car with his ex. Hear me now. In the car with his ex, they had an accident. The son died in the accident. Do you know this man is still paying back child support on a dead child? Oh. Do you know that? Do you know that that man is still paying child support, back child support on a dead child? Every time he look at his check, he's seeing a deduction for a child who's under the ground. What does the mother need now that the child is dead? What does he need now that the child is dead? I know a man right now. My shout out to, I ain't gonna say his name, but he real close. I'm close to the guy. All right. I sit and talk to this man sometimes. This man is over $100,000 behind in child support. Y'all may be thinking, oh, he a shitty ass dad. This shit, he ain't paying his child. That ain't it. He's in the state of Texas. If your child is 12 and under, you can, and she put your ass on child support, it can retro back 12 years. If you have 2 children, that's 24 years. That's 12 years total, 12, however many years it's going to be. And they're going to retro that shit back. 12 years. And going to put you in the financial bind like a motherfucker. And guess what? Ain't shit you can do about it. Ain't shit you can do about it. It's sad. It's sad. It's really bad. It's really bad. Do y'all see the link in the chat? If y'all want to come up here, come on up here. I would love to have y'all here. I would love to have y'all here. I got it right here. I want to show y'all something. I pulled it up because I know you I'm finna bring y'all up, fellas. I know y'all didn't think. Okay, I'm finna put the link in the chat right now. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I'm gonna put the link in the chat for y'all. Let me see. Let me see here. Let me put it in here. All right, make sure y'all cameras are on. Make sure your children are asleep. Make sure there's no background noise. Make sure you're not at a family reunion or a church event. Make sure you're not having sex. Come on live, be still, have the conversation, because we can't have all that noise and shit because people can't hear you. All right, and people can't hear us. Could be echoes. Anybody got no headphones and shit? It sounds like a circus. Sounds like elephants mating when you come up here with the shit you don't supposed to have. Okay. But the link is in the chat. But I'm gonna show y'all this. Let me show y'all this, because you niggas ain't gonna believe me until I show you. I'm finna bring you up, fellas. I'm finna show these. I'm finna share this with you. I want to educate you guys. What does this say? What does it say there? Texas does have retirement systems for judges and state employees, such as Employees Retirement Systems of Texas and Judicial Retirement System. But those funds are funded through state appropriated invested earnings and participant contributions, not from child support payments. Now watch this. Let's keep going. Those fees help cover the cost of operating the child support system, not judicial pensions. They're fucking lying. There was a state representative I'm going to find him on YouTube, who said he ran for office because they were using child support fees to fund child support. Somebody tell me this, because I know I'm not stupid. $2 billion a year in child support fees. Y'all think that's going? Where y'all think that's going? Like I was saying, we're going to get it. This is just the first part. We want to deconstruct the first part of this bullshit, because it is bullshit. Child support, the entire system is bullshit. Not only listen, niggas, not only do you have to pay child support, but you got to add them to the insurance too. So child support, insurance, it almost makes you just be like, God damn. So let me give some advice to some of you young men out here. Find you somebody in another culture. Find you somebody, right? I will start crying. Let me tell you something. I'll probably go to have a nervous breakdown and my son walked in the door with a black girl with lashes on, weave on, snapping her fingers, popping her fingers, loud and obnoxious. I'll start crying, because I know if he put a baby in her, she's going to ruin his life. I pray. Hell, my son dating a girl right now. I don't, he grown, but I don't approve of it. Shit. She ain't nothing. She nothing. She full of shit. She ain't nothing. I don't approve of her. But I think the girl gave him, I think she could suck a computer through a bank window. And that's probably why he over there. But I hope and pray. God, I've been praying. God, please, God, if you can, do me a favor. Please remove this dingbat, Billy bat away from my child. Please, Lord. Let her wake up one day and say, I don't want you no more. I don't want you no more. Well, I'll go celebrate. I'll take my son out and buy him a steak. But I'm telling y'all right now, all jokes aside, please watch where your penis goes. Because if your penis goes down the wrong cave, the bat's going to bite the dick off. Let me tell you what's going to happen. If you put your penis in the wrong cave, the bat going to bite your dick. Okay? I'm tell you that now. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll bring up some fellas tonight. Well, I don't know. He ain't got his camera on yet. I don't know what's going on. Do y'all see the link in the chat? Let me know. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all see the link in the chat. Make sure I pin it. That's if you want to come up. Come on up and let's have a conversation. But then I'm going to say this, and then we're going to get into the show. Bring everybody up. I want to say this too. Men are being told to pay child support. And then on the flip side, the women have the audacity. The women have the audacity. Yes, in the chat, T-Max. The women have the audacity to ask you for extra money outside of the child support. Who the fuck they do that at? I'm going to give you money like the dude that's paying $1,700 a month in child support. He paying $1,700 a month. I guarantee she's still sending that child over there for shoes and shit. Sports fees and shit. Men need to stand up and say, if you went to white daddy, you're going to get what white daddy gave you. It's not my response. You went to the white man like I was irresponsible. Now that I am now that you're making it seem like I'm irresponsible, then and you forced me into something that you could have just talked to me about and we could have discussed it and took care of it. Guess what? Now you're going to get what I fucking get. You're going to get what the man told you to get every month. Don't call me about no shoes. Don't call me about no fees. Don't call me about no trips. Don't call me about no graduation. Don't call me about no nothing. Whatever you get is what you get. Some of these niggas out here are still giving money to these hoes, and they're taking 30% of your check. You niggas are unbelievable. And guess what? The women will say, that's a good man. That's a good man. That's a good man who can take 30% of his living and give it to his child and then give him another 15% on the back end because I'm spending the money on me.
Okay.
I'm spending the money on me. What the first Cash App at for tonight? Somebody sending a goddamn Cash App, $10 or something. I feel like I don't want something to drink and you niggas ain't bought it yet. Somebody send a Cash App. Look, it's scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Send a damn Cash App or a super chat. I'm trying to play with you niggas. And then guess what? The woman go and get married. She start regurgitating on another penis. And guess what happens? Now she got choked 30% of your income, 100% of his income. And now you become stepdaddy because the new nigga becomes daddy because he there with your kid 24 hours a day. And you still going to be putting out 35%. They still going to be hitting your ass up. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? All right. Super chats, y'all. I ain't seen no super chat yet, y'all. We cooking. I ain't seen no super chat yet. And I'm waiting on these fellas to come up here. Listen, this is not a conversation for you niggas to be scared of tonight. Y'all need y'all to be scared tonight. We need to have this damn conversation. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, my brother from another mother's in the building. Give it up for yours truly, the one, the only, all the way from the state of Michigan. Guys, where it's cold enough to freeze your nuts to the side of your pants. When you unzip them, your dick fall off. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for yours truly. Thank you. Hey, you muted.
What's going on, boy?
What up, though?
What up, though?
Yeah.
What up, though? It's good seeing you, brother.
Good seeing you too, man. Listen, brother. What's wrong with these niggas? Matter of fact, JT, how do you feel about, I know you part of been in this system before. You talked about it on these shows before. How do women have the audacity to drag a man to court, let the man suffer, and then have the audacity to come back and ask that man for extra money on top of what the white man already put his foot on his throat and made him pay.
Yeah. I am a survivor of child support, retroactive child support, which what they call it.
Retroactive.
It's retroactive, but they have another name for it because they don't consider it child support. So when you were saying what you were saying about the fees and everything, that's why they don't say that they're getting it from child support. They definitely get that. They get that shit from all of the fees that they charge when they're getting their fees from child support. I know in the state of Michigan, when you are have a arrearage, that's what it is.
Yeah.
When you do have a arrearage, that's when the lawyers come after you, and all you have to do is be 12 months behind. Not even 12 months, 12 weeks behind, and that's when they start the arrearage. And I think it was 2022 or 2021, October 1st. Was when they first started doing the what they call it, failure to pay child support, and they called it a felony.
Yep.
And they had warrants all throughout the United States picking fathers up for failure to pay child support. So if you were more than 12 weeks behind on child support, it was a failure. And once you get arrested,
it's 25th, 2017.
Once you get arrested, that's when and you go see the judge, that's when they bust it down to a misdemeanor. And then they start putting it on your credit report. Oh, it messes you up. It definitely tears you up.
But that's why I feel like JT, and shout out to Beige Rage in here and 100 Watts. That's why I say niggas need to stand on fucking business. It's not about you're not going to be a bad father because you don't give over. I'm telling you, bro, I saw a dude on fucking social media the other day about to fucking cry. He's paying $1,700 for one kid. And this woman has the audacity to send the kid to him, asking him for shoes, clothes, school clothes, shoes, and you sending her $1,700 a month. I don't give a goddamn. If it was me, I'm gonna say, hey, listen, I sent your mama the money for your shoes and your clothes. Yeah. I sent your mama the money for your birthday, your turkey for Thanksgiving. You're not gonna take 35% of my money and then I'm gonna give extra money on top of that. Oh, hell no. Niggas are crazy. Niggas out here crazy as fuck.
Where's your shirt at, dog? Where's your shirt?
This nigga be looking like goddamn.
Sorry. I had to take it off. I'm about to put another one on. You saw me run off. I had to go and I go and do a lot of stuff, and I'm on call right now.
Why?
And change it over. You know, my maintenance shirt. I wasn't thinking, man. Sorry about that.
No, you.
Man, boy,
I'm on call right now. Man, fuck you. Hey, I'm on maintenance call duty. I'm on duty right now. I'm on call. That's why I took off a sec. Check this out, black man.
And first of all, Beige, before you go, I got a bone to pick with you. I want you to do me a favor for the next 12 months. Take that fucking Chicago Bears thing out your goddamn. You know why? Because your quarterback walking around with painted ass fucking nails.
Oh man,
sissified.
Hey, I gotta give you that. I'm like Boosie with that one, man. I love my team. I'm down, bear down, you know. But that right there, when I saw him the first time when he came with that, I was like, what the fuck is this motherfucker? Rainbow Bright, Lucky Charms looking fingernail chip that's going on with that. Like, I didn't like that. You know, I disagree.
soon as he throw a touchdown, you're gonna be in the goddamn living room just like him. Yes,
Oh
yes,
hell
bitch.
no,
Yes.
nah, we don't do that.
Yes,
We don't do that.
bitch.
I got. Hey, you know why I stand on that? Because I got two daughters, and
Clock it.
I want them to have where they gotta get masculine mans, not these metrosexual type stuff. You
Yeah.
know,
Damn, it's
like,
But
it's going down.
babe, what are your thoughts on this whole child support situation, man? Because you was trying
oh,
to interrupt
bro,
me, but go ahead, cook.
bro, whoo, you speaking to the motherfucking choir right here. I'm on that right now, but I got two daughters, and I listened to you right there when you made your monologue, and it was hitting like Mike Tyson punches, and when he first came out. Look, I left my BM. My wife was my wife. I left her because we wasn't seeing eye to eye. And I'm in a city that I'm not from. I'm from Chicago. So I live in Iowa right now. So I came out here to raise my kid, all that, right? And this woman, when we separated, bro, after I stopped, giving that D, next thing I know, one day, man, I woke up and I was going downstairs in my new crib and there was a sheriff at my door. And first, this man hit me with a no contact order, saying I was said my sheets went and said I was a dangerous to my kids.
Oh, yes.
That's
Yeah,
first hit. Then
absolutely.
came back a week later, hit me with child support.
Mm, mm, mm.
Okay, and I was hitting on that. Now let me tell you, I got hurt. I don't know if y'all can see this right here on my shoulder, but I broke my shoulders. I do it, and I caught a hernia, so
Mm,
I got laid
mm,
off.
mm.
Right, so I put in a moderation. Everybody know what moderation is. I put in a moderation for my child support. I couldn't pay what they was asking because everything went down. Right,
Mhm.
I got like my man said up there, JT. I got I'm in Iowa, so like this is a woman's state. You just look it up. I'm in Iowa. I got 12 months behind, and these people snatched my license. I turn around with the corporate model. They didn't want to lower it down. They said, like, basically almost like you said, you're capable. You'll find another job, and then we'll catch up with you with the rest of the child support. So they left my child support like that. But the thing was, I tried to explain to the judge, how am I going to get a job? Because I live in Iowa. Like I explained to you, and the buses are like, ain't that many buses here that goes places to where the jobs are at. They limited. And so I explained to him, well, how am I supposed to get to work to pay child support if you took my license? That was my whole thing. Like, and so they said, well, you would figure it out and make a way. So I was going, because I worked that was like about a 20-minute drive because I made a lot of money. I had to go make a lot of money to catch up so I don't go to jail. So then turn around, I went to that job. I was getting pulled over for driving while barred, trying to go to work to pay child support. I turned around, was catching cases. I had to pay lawyers to fight the case for driving while barred, just so I could tell them I'm trying to pay child support. I'm trying to go to fucking work, and I had to fight that. So then when I had to stop because I had to stop and get my driver license situation straightened again, I had to stop working because or they was going to send me to jail for trying to go to work to pay child support, which is crazy. And I turned around and I took off to get my stuff together. When I got it, I put another moderation. Okay, they denied it. I got my stuff together. I put in a moderation, help me with my thing. I turned around and paid me more. What I said, I'm gonna stop my. This you can't stop your moderation. This is up to your baby mama now to stop it, to withdraw it. These people turn around and found how much I was making and charged me $700 per fucking kid. When I was making, they was only giving me 250 per kid. And I told them, how am I going to plus pay all this with court fees? Also pay for my license to keep coming back. Also pay for my license, stay legal, because you got to pay to drive with a TRL. You got to pay them $100 a month and keep insurance just so you can go to work legally to pay my child support and pay my rent. And I asked them, can I get a moderation break it down? They said, no, you make enough. If you don't, you could go get a second job. At the same time, while my daughters, because they both in middle school right now, ask me every time for something. And when I tell them, get it from your mama because I pay $700 for both of y'all, each one of y'all, I'm pretty sure I don't know what's $1,400 going rent and all that stuff. Then I told the judge, I said, Your Honor, I thought this was like 50-50. Why y'all not taking her income? They don't even take her income in to make
Nope.
it
They
right.
don't consider.
So
Nope.
nope, they don't. And they turn around in Iowa. She could claim the kids on her taxes, and child support is not what considered income.
It's only considered income if she's purchasing something, so she can use it as income to buy a house, get a car.
Yep. I'll
But
be
when
right
it
back.
comes down, when it comes down to deductions
Yep,
and
you
things
said it
like
right there,
that,
JT.
yeah, it's crazy how they get it to a point where you don't,
I lost y'all.
it's all screwed up, man. It's screwed up, bro. Most definitely. I ain't never heard of nothing like that because either you can tax it or you can't tax it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a crazy thing. The system definitely is to ruin families. You know what I'm saying? 100 Watts, what's going on, man?
What's up, brother?
Not
What's
much,
good,
man.
man?
Hey,
I think
just out here doing it.
I think this conversation is valuable and necessary. I think in the entirety, since I've been listening, a lot of things have been conflated into one. I feel like the way that the conversation is set up, I feel like there's a space that exists where I can disagree with one thing and not disagree with another. Right?
Sure.
I completely agree. Like, is the system set up correctly? Fuck no. It does it need some readjustment and stuff like that? Definitely, for sure. We're all in agreement there, right? But the whole my child called me for some shoes and I'm not gonna get it because I gave your mama $1,700. Now we talking about a completely different conversation.
Okay.
And I agree with you on that 100. I agree with you.
Expound on it, homie.
So this is what I'm saying. When Black men, like the monologue that he had, I agree with most of it. Like, hey, you decided to make a choice to go this way. You this is what you did. Okay, cool. But that to me has nothing to do with your 13-year-old child calling you and say, hey, yo, dad, can I go to, hey, you can send me $40 so I can go to the movies? Like, I think that the thought process behind what he's explaining is a little fucked up because now your child is getting charged for some shit that his mother did.
And
I understand you paying a whole bunch of money in child support to your mama and your check coming up short and you don't know how you're gonna pay rent and all of that. But your child doesn't give a fuck about any of that. Your teenage child just wants to be able to be a fucking teenage child. So when they call and say, can I go to the movies? Can you send me $40? Your child don't have no give a fuck about what you and the baby mama got going on.
Hey Watts, can I clarify something real quick? Because I got cut off. Because when you see me cut off, sometimes I get a work order come in, and so I got to take it, and see what it says. If I know I got to leave, I didn't get to clarify this. Just when I said that, I said my baby mama, I pay her child support and go get it. My daughters got cash apps. Okay, when I send them money when they want something, I might say that man, oh, you need to ask your mama because I give her all this money. I tell her that for a reason is because I want them to know I give your mama money. Why she's not giving it to you? Why you not getting it? But at the same time, I make sure that I don't put them. I don't say, oh, I'm not going to get you that because I give your mama that because I'm the first one they know when they call daddy. Daddy's jumping on that horse and he's riding into the night saving everybody. I'm gonna go buy it. I'm gonna go take care of it. I'm gonna go get it, and I don't care. That's
I'm
me.
gonna say, and I'm gonna say that my thought process comes from this. My mother and my father, when they split up, there was a whole lot that happened. There was more that I was aware of than I think they knew that I was aware of. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you, I guarantee you this. If I would have ever called my father and been like, "Hey, yo, dad, you could hook me up with some cleats," and he said, "Ask your mama, I sent her money," I promise you, he would be a whole ass nigga to me for the rest of my life.
But that's not fair. That's
That's
not
not
fair.
fair.
Watts.
Okay, but stop. See, and that's the problem right there. If I am a teenage child and I am trying to play football, I don't give a fuck about
That's the not fair thing. That's what I mean.
I'll be quiet and I'll let you expound.
No,
I don't disagree. I mean, I disagree, but I'll let you expound.
Yeah, the not fair part is, as a kid, you're going to have to understand, because you're put in a position where you have to be able to understand both sides of what's happening right now. The problem that we have, 100 Watts, where we have a lot of kids growing up, is for the simple fact that a lot of fathers are the ones that don't say anything to their kids until they get older. And the mama is the one that's using that kid as a shield. And that's what's not fair. So when you're talking about money, this is money that a lot of men don't have. And a lot of these men, because they get caught up in that system, they get more than 50% of their fucking check getting taken back from them. They also get their lives ruined. So they're trying to be a father on the outside of having that. On top of that, they're paying child support that they probably can't even fucking afford, but they're forced to do it anyway. And on top of that, a lot of these men end up losing their job. So to say that because of a kid, they don't give a fuck, that is the wrong attitude to hold, my guy.
This is what I'm saying to you. Okay, but this is what I'm saying to you. With everything that you just said, if a grown man will have a conversation with his child to explain that is completely different than saying, "Oh, go ask your mom."
But it's not an easy thing, though.
Okay, so now what you're telling me is the responsibility of being fair is more on the child than the adult.
No. It's more on the other adult. What you're not understanding is the mother is putting that child in that position.
Thank you.
Because
right
if
there.
she would not put that child in that position, then she wouldn't have to worry about that man explaining it to him, because they could do it together. They had that child together, right? But she acts like a chicken, like she was the one that laid the egg, and this nigga is the lick. So you can't put that in a whole box and say, hey, well, it's, as a child they shouldn't give a fuck. At a certain age, they're going to have to, because it's going to be a whole lot of times they're going to hear their dad say, no, I can't do it.
Okay, and what I'm saying
a lot of times their mother push them that way. A lot of times a mother tell them, go ask your father for it. And usually then now you're looking like the bad guy when you got to tell them, no, I gave your mama this money, okay? I did this. Sometimes you got to send it back to that person and say, no, I gave your mama this money. Why she's not doing it? And then when she don't do it, then somebody like me, I'm gonna say, now you see your mama ain't did it, like when I'm gonna take care of it. Because sometimes you gotta let your kids know. Just like you said, 100 Why you didn't know what was going on with your parents after they broke up.
No, I knew more.
Somebody like me,
I knew more than they thought I did.
Okay, my bad. But see, I want my kid. I want to be clear. I want my kids. I want to be upfront with them. I want them to know what's going on, so they could see what's going on, because I already know their mother is going to give them her side or whatever it is, because they're constantly over there. So I want them to be aware. When I say, I give your mother this much money, what is she like that? Because kids ain't stupid, like you said. You ain't stupid.
So hold on. We got.
I want to respond. We got Beans in the house. What's going on, my boy Beans? I want to say this real quick. I was hearing it while I was doing what I was doing in the background. I was hearing that if you said that if you called your father and he said, ask your mama, he a whole ass nigga to you for the rest of your life. That's what you said?
I was being sort of hyperbolic when I said it, but the sentiment that I was making still stands true. Yes.
So what does it make your mother for her not getting what you need from the money that your daddy's sending?
The conversation I have with my mother is completely different than the one that I have with my father.
Of course it is.
Okay, hold on. But if this is the thing. I keep saying we have this Tupac syndrome.
Okay, I'm gonna be clear. Black man, I'm gonna be clear. I'm not absolving her of nothing. She's still on bullshit too.
But you said daddy would be a hoe ass nigga for saying ask your mama, but he put the money in your mama's hand to take care of you. So what does it
this
make
is what I'm
your
saying.
mama?
But this is what I'm saying to you. If I call my father and he has a conversation to say, look, son, I'm gonna explain to you what's going on. I can respect that completely different than, nigga, what? I pay your mama child support. I ain't doing that shit. Those
Well,
are
you
two
gotta-
completely
but
different
no, hold
conversations.
on,
Same day.
Hold on.
No, it's not.
100
No,
watts.
it's not.
Well, hold
No,
on,
it's not.
100 watts. Just
It's
to be
completely
fair.
different.
Just to be fair. Wait, hold on. Just to be fair. So if you were saying that it was being hyperbolic, then that explanation, you have to give that the same credence of that is being hyperbolic. Because
No,
most
I'm not
men,
done. Okay.
most men, they probably would explain it to their kid. But like I said, this is a hard conversation for a lot of men to be able to explain because see, what the men won't do is throw that woman up under the bus to their kids. But what she would do is she would definitely use him as a shield. The man don't have that to use the child as a shield. He out there just like everybody else. So you can't put them on equal terms, especially if she has you and say that your father wanted you and she wouldn't allow that man to have you. It's a lot of bullshit that goes on between women and men, right? And the men don't want their children to be they don't want them children to be in the middle of that shit. But the mama, she ain't got no problems with doing it.
So 100 watts. 100 watts, I got a question for you. 100 watts, I got a question. So you're the son, I'm your daddy. Call me and ask me for something. Go ahead. Hey, what's up, son?
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you why with the role play. We don't have to do that part. This is what I'm saying to you.
I want to see what you would say in a non-hyperbolic situation. We have your father
This
say.
is what I'm saying to you, sir.
I gave it to your mom. I gave it to your mom.
This is what I'm saying to you. This is what I'm saying, black man. The relationship that I had with my father, he was very adamant about preaching responsibility and doing what you need to, and shit not being fair and yada yada and all of that. So you're telling me that my entire life you prepped me for shit to not be fair, and now that a situation is in front of you and it's not fair, you telling me that I'm supposed to receive from this? Go ask your mom.
Yeah, we learning together.
Go ask your mama. If you was in the same up under the same room with me, I'd tell you go ask your mama.
We're always going to disagree on this.
Okay, let me tell you something. Son, I need you. I ain't gonna say go ask your mama. Son, I sent the money to your mama already. You need cleats? I sent it to your mom already.
Is it possible to be able to have that conversation with your son without even mentioning anything that you sent to her?
See, that's what I mean. That right there is what I mean. That's the problem right there.
But why is that a problem? Why does it have to be a problem? Because we're talking about completely different. We're conflating shit
about responsibility. Responsibility.
Hold on, Bates. This is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do, Hunter. I'm gonna sit my son down and say, hey, listen, me and your mom, because most men try to work things out. The majority of niggas try to work things out with their baby mama. And their baby mama get them whispers in their ears, her mama, auntie them, go stick him beside the wood, right? So he try to work something out with her, she go to the white man. If you go put me in the system, I'm going to have a conversation with my children. Hey, have a son, daughter, listen, me and your mom are no longer together. Your mom decided to go to the Caucasian persuasion and get money from me every month. So she's forcing me to pay money. Your kids need to know the truth. I'm sending your mama $1,760 a month for you guys to have shoes, clothes, birthday gifts, Christmas gifts, go to the movies, go skating, go bowling. This money is particularly for you. Now, if I could, I would like to send the money to Cash App cards and just send it to the kids directly. But since I can't do that, your mom has the money. Your mom has the money, and anything that you need will be taken from their $1,760 a month that I send your mom. Your mom would have to. I don't want to hear your mom talk. She got to pay bills because if I died today, she still got to pay them fucking bills. Mr. Beans, what you got to say, bro?
I gotta say this. Look, I look at it like this. I remember you said earlier that child support should be for deadbeat fathers. That was in your monologue, right? And I agree with that because a lot of people put a lot of mothers be greedy. They put their fathers on child support because they know that no matter what, that man's going to do what he's going to do to take care of that kid, and she get to keep the extra money behind it because that's where the law is messed up at because it's good fathers out there, good fathers that child support destroys them. It destroys the father because if he can't pay it by hook or crook, he going to jail. He's gonna be homeless. If I don't get a house to take care of for my kids to come over, then I'm gonna lose custody of my kids. I'm not gonna have the right to see my kids. They're gonna say, "Well, you don't got a stable home." Well, motherfucker, I can't get a stable home because you're taking all my money. You know, I can't get this because you won't let me get a job because you took my license. You know, and I always feel like child support, a judge and like the system should be said with it. If you know the father ain't doing it, then it ain't. I think the cards should be given to the kids more responsibly because if you're telling me my kids got to pay $375 or $275 on a light bill, how much light is they using? My kids are not. They at school 8 hours a day. You at school 8 hours a day, so I know my kid ain't using all that food and all that. So what are you doing with the rest of the money? You know, to
Exactly.
get this much, what logical thing that, and then if you say you putting her income with it, where is that coming at? Because where's the income coming at? Because they know in the mathematics that I'm paying this much, and I got lawyer on that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I'm bear witness to child support. I'm pretty sure my man Beans over here, you know, he knows exactly what I'm talking about. I like to hear
Hey,
what he
so
had to say.
Beans, yeah. Come on, Beans. What's your thoughts, man?
Hold on 1 second. Let me just clear this tab real quick. Okay. Yeah, man.
Nigga, you naked or
I felt
something?
it too when you said that you responded to. Huh?
Is you naked or something?
No, I'm not naked.
Why we can't
It's
see
just
your pocket?
the lighting is bad in my house. I'm not in my office. I'm actually in the living room, and the lighting is bad in here. I tried to use it earlier, so it just looked horrible. I just didn't want to use it, so that's why I just put my video up there, so at least it would look good on screen, you know. But
Okay, go ahead.
yeah, the lighting is horrible in here, bro. And just so you know, I ain't lying. Look,
Oh
the
yeah,
lighting
you
is
good.
just horrible, bro.
Well, your head is
You
shiny.
good.
That's all
Your
it
head
is.
You
shiny.
good.
Nah, that
But
shit
yeah,
is.
what's
I'm
your
not
thoughts,
gonna
man?
let myself be seen like that. Like that. Come on, man. I do a show too. I wouldn't do my show like that. I'm not gonna do yours like that. You know.
I feel
When
you.
I was on
What's
him
your
shit
thoughts?
earlier, I
Respect.
came in. I got off. I'm not gonna do that. I respect the production. You know. So that's why I had it. So at least it'll look good. But when the brother made the statement he made, 100 Watts made that statement, I felt it too. But he clarified himself afterwards and said, you know, if the father had an actual conversation with him, then that would be different, you know. But I remember like really wanting to tell my daughter that when my daughter's mom first put me on child support. And she called me for something, and I like, yo, listen, you can't ask me for nothing right now. I'm just gonna keep it
Man,
100 with you. Like right now, you can't ask me for nothing because your mama put me on child support. That shit was unnecessary. And you know, get it from her. But my child support wasn't even really enough for me to have that kind of opinion. So I just said, you know, when she called and asked me, I told her how I was feeling. But at the end of the day, my daughter never really called and asked me for a lot, and my child support wasn't really enough. It was just or not enough, but so much. You know what I'm saying? That it would have even made logical sense to go that route. But it's just because, bro. It's like, why are you doing this shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this country does not value men, and even more particularly black men, at all, bro. At all. But I would be remiss after what I've been through the last couple of weeks if I didn't say we do a lot of this same shit to ourselves. We do a lot of this same shit to each other. We don't value each other. Niggas don't value you enough to take accountability for when they wrong, for when they made a mistake, right? For when they offended you and all this other shit. Niggas can't say I'm sorry to you and all this other shit. And most of the time, I usually think if we correct the mothers, they'll raise a better crop of children. Therefore, we'll get a better society. But truth be told, when it comes to how men are treated, I'm not even sure if that's the case. I think as men, we might need to start treating each other better and letting other people see us do that, and then holding everybody accountable. To like, hey, motherfucker, you can't treat us like that. We don't treat each other like that. We damn sure ain't gonna let you treat us like that. You know, but that's not necessarily, I won't say it's gonna change the child support thing, because that's just a leverage game, you know. And one thing that we've learned, unfortunately, black men, in these 5-6 years we've been doing this podcast shit, is that innately, or whether it's programming, our women are some selfish, narcissistic ass motherfuckers. And they gonna do what's best for them. Not the kids, not the family, not their husband. They gonna do what's best for them every single chance that they get. So yeah.
There was
Hey,
there
Beans,
was
y'all,
something in particular.
hold on for a minute. Let me ask Beans. Beans, y'all had that y'all got a storm over there, bro? Where you at?
No.
Oh yeah, it's over here. It's storming like a motherfucker over here.
Now
So
we
I thought
did
y'all
get
probably-
a flood warning earlier. Shit disturbed the shit. I mean, that loud ass warning, but other than that, nah, it's been pretty smooth.
Okay.
So
ahead, Hunter.
what's your thoughts on the world?
The point that he made, I think, was very interesting. His child support wasn't high enough to have that kind of opinion. Because I guess it exists. Yes, niggas are paying $1,700 in child support and all of that, and I get it. I also hear these same niggas is telling me ain't no jobs and ain't nobody hiring and ain't nobody paying nothing. And if the math is correct on this, in order to be paying $1,700, you have to be making over 6 figures to be paying $1,700. So if you,
It depends on what state you're in too.
I know, and I understand. Look, this is the basis of the point that I'm going to make. I think that there are a lot of people that have this conversation that I think it's valid. Again, we're talking about a bunch of separate things that I think are being pushed into one. The child support system is a bunch of bullshit. Again, we all agree there. I do think that there are a lot of niggas that I know personally in my life, and I've seen videos of and all this other kind of shit that complain about child support and all of this, and never one time have had a consultation with a lawyer or tried to spend money on legal fees, or even I'm gonna take a wild guess. I mean, a wild shot in the woods and say that there's a nice percentage of them that don't even show up to court. Now, there is a percentage of men that are in this position that do all of the things. They get the lawyer, they show up to court, all of the things, and it doesn't work out for them. That is more about the child support system. That's about the courts and how the state be trying to fuck niggas. That's what that is. What I'm talking about is simply only the conversation between me and my child and the extra money. If we're talking about an extra $400, then yes, something wild is happening right here. But part of the reason I take this stance is I don't want to live in a world where my child can only get things for me based on the parameters being okay for me. So I'm only going to give her money to go to the movies if she's in my house. I'm only going to go buy her gifts if she's in my custody. I don't want that situation. I want wherever my daughter is in her life, because there's going to come a point where she's not in her mother's custody. She's going to be off in college or in the military or whatever the case may be. And there's still going to come a point to where she's going to call me and say, Dad, I need a new tire. Hey, Dad, can you hold me down with pizza for today? And I want her to have that. Like, I don't think that I should open that opportunity for her to receive that from me after she graduates and get out of her mama house in order for that to come from me. Like, it should just be whenever it is. Now, again, if we're talking about $400 or money on a light bill or something, I do think that's crazy. But my daughter asking me for $20 to go to the movies is not crazy. I don't think it's wild. And I do think it's reasonable for me to sit on the phone with her and say, you know what, baby, I would give it to you. I just don't got it right now. Maybe next week I can send it to you. I think that's reasonable as well. And I can have that conversation with her and have no mentioning about how much money I'm spending, about how much money I'm sending to her mother. Like, I think there is a way to have that conversation.
So hold on one second.
Let him. Yeah, you got.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro. I'll
so this what you've been doing though this whole time though, right? So when you first interjected this thought pattern, it started off with shoes for a teen boy. Now I don't know what kind of shoes your son like to wear. I got mine addicted to Air Force One by accident though, right? So he like all those stylish ass Air Force One. So we talking no less than $100-some every time he want a pair of shoes, right? But then in your next example, you went to $40 if your daughter asked for it, and now you dropped all the way down to $20, right? So I think what that's showing, that pattern to me is showing, right, is that you're discounting the men's gripe, right? It's not about $20 and it ain't about $40, right? It's about the fact that you calling me and asking me for an amount of money that you should absolutely be able to go and get from your mama based on the amount of money I'm sending her, particularly if she also has a job or other means of income, right? So that's just logical. That makes all the sense in the world. Unfortunately, to your point, the child support court doesn't, right? So you even said this. You said, yo, in order for a man to be paying $1,700, he needs to be making $100,000 a year, basically, right? So $100,000 a year after taxes is about $72,000. Let's say $72,000 a year, right? You divide that by 12, right? And that leaves you with $6,000, right?
And they do it off your growth.
That's regular. That's regular taxes, right? That's not including your insurance, health insurance, your car note, your car insurance, your rent, light, gas, internet, cell phone, your food for the month, your gas and your car for the month, all that other shit, right? So not to mention you got your savings, your 401k, all this other shit that you might be dumping into. And then on top of all that, you paying another motherfucker's rent, light, gas, food, and all that other shit at $1,700 a month in a whole nother apartment. $1,700 a month is more than half the nation's bills for the month. I swear to God, if you look that up, right? So what I'm trying to say is this: that sound like, oh, but you make $100K, but when you break it down, that shit don't be what people think it be.
Thank you.
Not to mention everybody has vices. Do this nigga smoke cigarettes? Do this nigga smoke weed? Do he drink alcohol? Do he fuck bitches? They gonna cost you some more money. Gotta take them out. Gotta buy them food. Gotta get a hotel room. Gotta do something, right? It ain't a lot of money. And then for somebody to be taking $1,700, see, then this, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna land, brother, just so you can understand. The worst part about it is it's somebody else taking the money from you, right? They're not giving you a chance to parent your own kid with your finances, right? They taking this money from you. And this is the worst part right here, because as a mom growing up with my mom, guess what my mom was able to do sometimes? No, I don't got it this month. With child support, you don't get to say, no, I don't got it this month. They taking it.
Yep.
I think that's the problem. People want to look at just the economical side of it, but it's also a psychological component to it, bro. And the more they taking, the more that psychological impact is there. Like I said, I got over the shit that I had because my child support wasn't even $100, nigga. So I was like, I was able to get over it. I was happy. Stupid bitch. This is what you get. Now you put me on child support. You can't ask me for nothing. My daughter can, but you can't ask me for a fucking thing. And for sure, she would have definitely been getting more than that if she'd have just let me pay out of pocket. But
I
she
was
did.
getting more.
That's the point.
And I'll add to that real quick. And I agree with you, Beans. It's not about the amount of money. It could be $5, $10, $20. The purpose, I wanted to chat GPT it because I want to help understand what is the purpose for child support.
You better off using Bixby.
What is the purpose for child support? And what I've come to find, I said the stated purpose for child support is to ensure that both parents contribute financially. Both. So if that man's sending $1,700, she should also have $1,700. So that means we'll talk about that later. Even when the parents are separated, divorced, or were never married. In Texas, throughout the United States, child support is intended to help cover a child's basic needs. Okay? Food. Don't call and ask for no Subway because the state says this $1,700 covers food. Don't call me for no school clothes because the state says clothing. Don't call me for no Medicaid or Medicare because you're already on my insurance. I'm paying that too. In Texas, you paying the child support and you put the kids on your insurance.
That insurance is expensive as shit.
They don't do that here.
Let me go down. Let me keep going. They said education related expenses. You need tutoring. I sent the child support. Transportation. Don't call and ask me for no bus ticket or no bus ride or no fees for no bus. I sent it already. And there's other day-to-day cost of raising a child. The legal principle is that children should benefit from the financial resources of both parents, not just the parent they live with the most. Right? So, thank you, Chat GPT. I knew the spirit was going to show me this. Common criticisms of child support in the child support system. Are y'all ready for this? This is why they're calling you asking you for money for shoes. This is why they're calling you asking you for money for food, because it says the number one problem in child support here on Chat GPT, the money is not spent directly on the child, but the personal vendetta of the other parent. This is why the kids are calling you, because the mamas are somebody said that a few minutes ago. The mamas are putting them up to it. Hey, call your dad and ask your daddy for some shoes.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Call your daddy and ask your daddy for some clothes. School finna come up. Ask your daddy for them Air Force Ones. Ask your daddy to pay your basketball fees, your football. Ask your daddy for them cleats. Go. Call your daddy. Call your daddy so she can take that $1,700 and go to Punta Cana. Get the fuck out of here.
Out of curiosity.
Hey, black man, you know, I'm going to speak from personal experience here, right? And this I could verify. I'm speaking from experience. Like I told you, I was married. My BM already had 2 kids before me, right? One of her being a baby daddy was a bus driver. And the daughter wanted to go stay with the father, right? The father told her, if she comes stay with me, I want the child support back. She did not want to let the kid go and let her daughter go, Katara go there, because she said, if you do that, I can't benefit what I get for child support. I looked at her and said, what? Fuck, you don't need that. You know, because I was making good money at the time, right? And also, I watched her herself use her daughter to manipulate her father to get extra money by guilt tripping. I literally watched it. That's why I'm a norm to immune to what she tried to do. But I literally watch her do it. And I always say this one thing. I'm gonna say this like this. And black man, listen, you always hear me talk on the show.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was raised by my father, a black man. Okay, my mother was white. My mother left me at 2 years old on my grandmother, my black grandmother's step. Okay, and gave it to her. My dad raised me, you know, after about 5, when I was about 6, my grandma raised me up to 6. You know how that goes in black family. My dad took care of me, and he did it without no child support by himself as a man and didn't ask a motherfucker for shit. So if he could do it, I tell everybody else they could, or any other female they could do it too. And he did it in the 70s and the 80s when it was hard for a black man to really do a lot of stuff that they don't got right now. You know what I mean? So when I tell that story, I could say that, and I tell people if he could do it and without doing it, then you could do it too. So what's the problem there?
Hunter Watts, you wanted to respond? Go ahead.
I'm curious of something. Say the scenario is, let's say me and some young lady, we have a child together. Our relationship ends. And when it ends, I don't really got no money like that. So I don't got a bunch of money. I don't have $400 to send her for basic necessities. So she does go get food stamps. And I end up getting on child support. But here's the thing. We communicate well. We have we train the child over. Everything's good. Like, no, we don't have any problems whatsoever. She don't ask nothing extra of me. I don't ask nothing extra of her. And every once in a while, my child will reach out and be like, hey, yo, dad, I saw this online. Can you get it for me? Is your stance still the same?
No, I guess for it then.
That changes. You changed the whole trajectory, though.
Thank you, but thank you. There you go. Go ahead, B. Go ahead.
Bro, it's this. Listen to me. I'm gonna stand 10 toes down on what the fuck I said. If a woman goes to the government, I'm talking about blackness, togetherness, and man and women. This is the problem that we have right now. If me and you have a child together, why can't we sit down together as man and woman and come up with a plan to take care of our child without involving the white people?
Thank you.
That's my point. The second thing is, if you don't like this is the thing that bothers me, 100 Watts. I know men who have sat down with women and came up with a financial plan for their child, and it works for months and months and months and months. And then she see him with a bitch at Walmart, she go put him on child support. Don't like the bitch. This is what I'm talking. Then now she's bitter and she mean because the bitch you with now better than the bitch the better than she was. That bitch nigga gonna be giving her money. I want my child support now. So now she go and be bitter and mean and evil and go put you on child support, even though you had a financial thing worked out with her. She still puts you on child support, and now she wants you to do extra. I'm not. If you go to the white people and you didn't work nothing out with me, I can give 2 fucks because you know what? I love my kids enough not to lie to them, son.
And if you see those 2 situations as the same, then we are always going to disagree. Those 2 situations are completely different.
So then, no, but you're not being fair to it, 100 Watts. That's what he's saying. The thing is this: if you put a man in a system where he can lose his freedom, his license, his job.
Yes. What the fuck?
Fuck you. You a piece of shit.
Okay. And again,
you got my no, but this is what we
you
don't agree.
At one time?
This is what we don't agree. Where we don't agree is you're still looking at the system as if it's a fair system. It's kind of like you. So what is your disagreement then?
As I have said multiple times, the only disagreement I have in this scenario is my relationship with my child. We are not disagreeing. The whole child support situation, how much they take, the fact that they don't include her income, which blows my fucking mind.
No. So let me be clear, though. Let me be clear. Hold on. Let me be clear. To be fair, you have to look more deep into it because I know in the state, not just the state I'm in, but in most states, they do look at her when they do the calculation. The only way they can get an accurate a board calculation is if they're saying this is her income. The problem is if she's getting some type of state assistance, though. If she's getting some type of state assistance, all that shit you talking about is out because you owe the state now. So now they're looking at her, and especially if she has to have assistance, that means that she's making what? at poverty level. So if that's the case, right. So if that's the case, when they do, for instance, it's the same thing. If she's making $25,000 a year and you're making 60, I ain't gonna even say 60. Let's go with 45,000 a year. That is significantly huge. And she's on state assistance. Guess what? If you were already behind and you were being and you have an arrearage, not only do you owe child support, but you owe the arrearage. Those are two different things. Although we know common sense would tell us, well, that nigga, that's still child support. No, that's not. That's why they can take up to 35% of your pay in child support, and whatever arrearage they have, there's another. It's up to 55% that they can take out of your fucking income.
They can take out 2 checks at one time.
Let me say this real quick, Hunter. I'm gonna pick it back on that real quick. And also, like I said, I'm talking about the state of Texas here. The state of Texas, that kid is 12 and under, sir. You're gonna be on child support. And they're going to put, and whatever that amount is, so say for instance, they say $1,700, they're going to retro back 12 fucking years.
Yeah, they would,
$1,700 fucking dollars, and you are immediately in debt. You can't travel, you can't get a passport, you can't get an apartment, you can't do shit.
So,
and you wonder why niggas moving back
like
in with their mamas. You wonder why niggas moving back in with their mamas.
I normally don't do shit like this.
Here in Iowa,
give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, Ray. 1 second, real quick. I normally don't do shit like this, but I'm going to say this for the context of this conversation. I am currently in the rear $55,000 in child support.
Lord have mercy.
For 2 kids. It's on a 2-hour. It's $55,000. I'm going to be paying on that for a very long fucking time.
And go try to get a passport.
So my feelings on this system, I am 100% aligned with y'all. The only part that I am disconnecting on with y'all is that with all of what their mother is doing, it is now changing how I interact with my kids.
Yes.
Okay, I got you. Okay, cool. I understand what you're saying, JT. The way that their mother is moving, it's changing the interaction that I have with my children. I'm saying that I personally, as well as many other men that have the thought process that I do, right, wrong, indifferent, fair or not, most of us are saying, I don't want to wait until my child is 19 to have a relationship with them.
No, you don't. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing that.
Just hear me for a second, please. I don't want to wait until my child is too old and out of her mother's house to have a relationship with her. So my relationship already is what it is with my child. She already comes and spends time with me. We have conversations on the phone, etc., yada, yada, everything like that. Because her and I, my child and I already have a relationship, I don't care what anybody says. Based on my relationship with my child, if she needs something from me that is within reason and I can make it happen, I will do that. If I can't, I will have a conversation to tell her, hey, baby, this is not something I can make happen right now. And it can continue to drag your mind and blow your mind. But the part that is being missed is this thought process that you're taking right now is why a lot of niggas and kids don't like their daddy until they get grown and have a conversation later on, because that's the reality of what's happening here. Nobody's having these conversations. If y'all telling me that what I'm thinking is crazy, you're crazy to make me believe that the niggas that y'all talking about are actually having grown conversations with their children about what the fuck is going on here.
No.
Hold on, JT. I'm gonna let you cook. I swear to God, I'm gonna let you cook. I got just one question. I just got one question. If the roles were fucking reversed and you had her on child support and that kid called her and say, Mama, give me something, what do you think she's going to fucking say to that child?
And she's probably gonna say, ask your daddy. And guess what happens? Okay, cool, I got you. And when she says to my daughter, go ask your daddy, and my daughter decides, okay, cool, if that's how you gonna carry it, cool. I'm just saying that I'm not putting myself in a position for my child to see
I understand
the amount
that.
of money that you pay in child support affects the relationship with your child.
It's materialistic.
Look, the truth of it is a lot of niggas is complaining. I think that people need to do more work to fight for custody of their kids. All that child support and all of that, I think there needs to be more fight for custody. And then you're gonna give me a whole nother reason to have the system and all that. I get it. I understand.
No.
But
I went to jail fighting for my kids.
Wait, hold on. First, 100 watts. Calm down, brother. I hear what you said. The custody part, I'm really on that. That's my whole thing is this. Give me them fucking kids. If you struggling, give me the fucking babies.
Exactly.
I'm going to figure it out. Now check this out, 100 watts. The woman that got you, on child support, does she get state assistance? She gets state assistance? I was going to, that kind of screws up the other part that I was going to say, because in that rearage, if she didn't get a state assistance and she, try to do this whole co-parenting thing and we cool and all that shit, ask her, how cool are we? Go ahead and forget that rearage. Let's see how cool you be with her then, right? But you already, because they ain't going to do it, right? It's some women that say, okay, I know plenty of people where they ended up being cool or whatever. And she said, let me get you off. And she just went, took him to court. She filed a motion, right? Took him to court. They retroacted it. She forgiven it, right? But she wasn't on state assistance either. But if she on state assistance, the state is coming after you. Ain't nothing she can do about it. That's why I get pissed off when women sit there and put a dude in the system. Exactly. That system, they don't know the damage that they do when they do it. And then they use their children. That may not, and this is what I'm telling you, that may not be your situation. But I'm telling you, for the most part, that system, man, they would do some shit and don't even realize what the fuck they doing, and they use their children as the shield. They will put pressure on that child to say, go ask your daddy, right? That's why they have a lot of problems too. It's a lot of issues that we have. So if you're talking about the custody thing, a lot of that shit can be at a point where motherfuckers sit back and say, well, give me my fucking baby and get that retroactive bullshit off of that. They're not going to do it. It's a whole bunch of other ways that we can fix this shit, but those women are not willing to fix it. And we as men cannot keep capitulating with this whole thing where let's be better now. After 20 years, motherfucker, you done ruined all kind of shit. You know why? Because your voice, 100 watts, is not the loudest voice to your child.
Nope.
In most cases, you probably a third. You're not even secondary.
Come on.
Amen. Yep.
That's where the problem is. Absolutely, when you said the custody part of it is, because we already understand that in order for it's a way better chance for our children to be better when they are up under the father. We know that. If mamas would sit back and they would drown out the father's voice.
Yes.
And that's the biggest problem. Fuck the child support. Is that shit right there.
If you ain't got custody, they go. Matter of fact, you can have, and this is the thing. And T-Max, welcome to the show. We're gonna get you in here right after this comment. If you don't have custody of the child, guess what? If that woman is disgruntled with you, you best believe that child can hear her on the phone talking about you. She can hear her relatives, her siblings talking about you. She can hear the girlfriends come over talking about you. These kids are not fucking stupid. We acting like these kids are fucking retarded. They're not retarded. They hear mama and they're saying, girl, that bitch ass nigga gonna bring my baby back with some new CD, broke ass nigga gonna bring back some $60. They are going to hear it. They're going to hear everything about their daddy. And you can have all the relationship you want, but if that child with that woman 96% of the time, you best believe that child is being shaped by their mother, their grandmother. You better believe
this ties into the old the last show that we had. She brings in another man because mom and dad got to have a life too. So now you got to deal with your kid possibly up under another man's roof too. Another dynamic. He got more access to your kids than you do.
Hey, come on.
She would do these things. This is where we had a problem at. It ain't the money and shit. She got you in a fucking system that's gonna have you for even the child to be 30 fucking years old, and most of these men are still. I know a nigga. Hold on, and I'm gonna end it with this. I know a man paying child support on a man paying child support on a man paying child support. Let that shit sink in.
Let that sink in. Let me tell you this. The other day, I was watching a dude. He was in a car with his homeboy. I don't know if y'all saw this. It went viral. He was in dude, and he was recording his homeboy on the phone with his baby mama. And the dude said, "Wait, what you mean with the graduation? What are you talking about?" She said, the stepdaddy was paying child support. I mean, well, I don't know how it worked out, but she ended up giving the stepdaddy the last ticket to the graduation.
Damn.
And told the daddy, I'm married to him now. I'm not going to give you no ticket. I'm not going to give you no ticket over my new husband. So imagine that, Hunter Watts. You got a relationship with your daughter, and you can't even go to a high school graduation. After you done paid all this child support, all these cash apps you done sent on top of the child support you done sent, and as soon as the graduation comes, she done gave the last ticket to the new nigga she married to. And they tell you at the door, you have a ticket? You said, I don't have one. You can't come in. Security. No, sir, you can't come in here. This is what niggas are going through. T-Max, what's up, bro? Good to see you. Hey, Hank, let me see you, Doc, because I don't know if that's you or not. I don't want nobody to come up on the channel and throw their dick in the
What's
camera.
good, fellas? How y'all, man?
Doing good, bro. What's happening?
Yeah, ain't nothing, man. Hey, thanks for having me on the panel. Hey, I got one statement to make, man. What else y'all expect?
Yeah,
I mean, that's just a rhetorical statement that I just made. But I mean,
yeah.
What else do you expect? Hey, 100 watts. Hey, I salute you, bro. Some of the stuff that you said earlier, I was driving when I was trying to make my way down here to y'all. But some of the stuff that you said earlier, bro, just lets me know that you're just trying to be a stand-up guy.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you trying to protect your child from the mayhem between you and the mom. Not you personally. I'm saying in the scenario that was on the table. And you was like, your kid called you, you da-da-da-da-da. And how y'all, you gonna be a bitch-ass nigga or whatever you said, whole-ass nigga, if your dad said, I pay your mama X amount of money. I commend you for that. You trying to protect your seed from the mayhem. But like BM said earlier, your voice is drowned out, bro. And she don't got to hear, your child don't have to hear the mom on the phone with her girlfriends, don't have to hear the mom talk about you. It's just like your child was in the womb.
Hey, he showed himself, BMU. I'm sorry. He showed himself, yeah.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Yeah. Your child can literally feel that shit. They can feel that coming off their mom. And the last thing I'll say to that though, man, you gotta look at it like you paying all this money, $1,700 a month. Then your child call you for some shoes. It's gonna hurt your heart. But even if you had it, I mean, the average guy is gonna give it away, just like you said. You know, I'm gonna do for my child. But if you had to say what BM said earlier, I pay your mama X amount of money, but that's gonna blow up the spot because now your voice ain't gonna be drowned out. Guess what? A child gonna do? How old do your child have to be before they find out the real?
7.
You can only protect them for so long.
Yeah.
Yep. Amen.
What's the age that you need your child to see the big picture? Or do you just let them stumble across it whenever they do? 25, 35, 45 years old.
Okay, so here's the question there. If the child at the age of 7, because that's the number one of the numbers I heard. The child recognizes at 7, some bullshit is happening. And he don't have any type of sway to make anything happen here. He's supposed to just call it out for the next 9 years?
Nah, that's a child. But you the dad.
So this is what I'm saying. So this is where back to the statement that I made earlier about my dad being a hoe. If he brought up my mom, if I asked him for some money. If I am a teenage child, we talk all the time about how young dudes frontal cortex not being developed and all of that. Because in this conversation, we've picked and chose where we want to put the context in and take the context out. So the context that applies to a teenage child is they're not thinking with the logic that we're talking about right now. All of that influence and all of that, I understand that. But kids remember what they want to remember. A 14-year-old child is going to remember the 3 times my dad said, no, he's not going to send me money because my mama getting child support.
Right. That's why I agree with you when you told him the statement of go ask your mama. that right there is not what you really tell a child. I know that's what a man probably would say if he, right off the cuff. But at the end of the day, you explained it. Explain that to a child. A 7-year-old still ain't gonna get it. If they're in the custody of their mom and they got the most influence coming from their mom, they still don't want to hear the explanation.
Right.
So how do you explain that? Let me ask you that. You told him to explain it to a child. How do you explain that to a 7-year-old? What up, Hink?
I think a simple I don't got it. A conversation about I don't got it right now.
What's up now?
I think that's a simple enough conversation.
But what if you have it? And you pay $1,700.
If you have it and you're choosing not to do it, I think you should be then. For one, I do think that you should stand on your 10 and tell. If you have it and you're choosing not to do it, I do think you should stand on your 10 and tell your child why you're not doing it. And if you're standing on your 10 and saying, I'm not going to buy this for you because I give your mama child support, you are now either affirming or denouncing every thought process that your child has been influenced.
One last question for you before I just turn over the mic to everybody else. Hey, look. So a minute ago, you said if your dad said that, go ask your mom. He a whole ass nigga. I never heard you say what your mom would be if she had the $1,700 a month and didn't get you the necessary things that you needed. What would your mom be?
I asked that already.
I ain't heard that.
I said my answer was the answer I gave was my mother would be on bullshit. She's on bullshit too.
But you said your daddy was a whole ass nigga. What would your mama be?
Whole ass nigga,
yeah.
See,
a bitch,
see what I'm saying?
Like a bitch. I mean, I'm saying okay. Like I'm not gonna deny that. Like I don't just hold it. Like okay, I'll acknowledge that. Like, fuck. How can I say it and it makes sense? I will acknowledge that. Right. What I'm willing to charge my father with, I probably won't charge my mother with.
Lord,
right?
have mercy.
I'm willing to admit being a man.
I'm willing to admit that because the examples of me being a man is not my mother, it's my father. My father said that he's supposed to be the example for me being a man, not my mother. So if I'm supposed to follow the actions of anyone, it's supposed to be the actions of my father and not my mother.
Let me ask you a question, bro. When your mom got 100,
and I want to tie it into a statement that you made when you came in here. Why do you expect any different? Because though she is my mother, she's still a woman. Why would I expect any different from my mother?
But T-Mac, you know what that reminds me of, T-Mac? That joke that Chris Rock said. Men are respected for what they can provide, but not for nothing else. But mothers and dogs and everybody else is love.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you this, bro, and I'm gonna let Hank cook. Listen, bro, it's so quick. That's why this is what I call the Tupac syndrome. It is so easy for us to call our daddies bitch ass niggas, and our mamas have the same behavior, and we gotta find words to say what she is. She's a tab. She's a tab. That's the acronym, TAB. Trash ass bitch. If she got $1,700,
tab, let's go with it. I'm with it. Fine, let's attach it to it.
If she got $1,700 and she's spending it on her, gonna get her raggedy ass prune built pussy waxed and getting her fucking weave done and going on trips, she's a tab. Because she should be giving that money to the child, should not. I know. Let me tell you something, man. I had to do this with a family member. I saw her kids. I'm telling you, it was a physical altercation with her and her new nigga. I see my family member, her babies running around, musty, shoes look like they look like fucking stunt doubles for the color purple. And they running around looking stupid and crazy. And I say, wait a minute, I know this motherfucker getting this kind of money because I know the nigga got hit up real hard in child support court. I asked her, and then I look over at her. She got a nice blouse, this hair all fresh and pretty, edges all fucking done, and your kids looking like color purple stunt doubles. And nigga, it was so bad that day, bro. It got physical with me and her nigga. It got real bad when I saw my them kids like that. But Hank, go ahead, bro. What are your thoughts, Hank?
Y'all probably gonna like my view because I'm on a different wavelength because I've been on both sides. So I pay support and I receive support. But
yeah, you got child support?
Yeah.
Okay, nigga.
Okay.
Well, look, I
Our
don't.
power.
Look,
That
let me
nigga
tell you this.
said that
Most
like it
times,
was a rite of
most of the
passage.
time, yeah, most times you got to stop dealing with these broke chicks, man. If they on government assistance, you already made a mistake already. Why are they on government assistance and all that shit? You made a bad decision on that woman. If she's getting all that shit, she broke. You know what I'm saying? When you deal with a trash woman, you're gonna get some trash results, right?
Man.
So when you sit there and try to avoid support and try to get out of it, you realize it only takes one time to piss her off. And now she's gonna take you down for them past 5 years. You know that gonna do it. You know it was in her before you when you got with her, because you like that woman. She had a little bite back. I like the woman, like a little fight to her. I like a little spicy woman. Okay. You don't like that spicy woman till it goes left on you, and then you ain't gonna like that spice no more because she's gonna use all that spice on your ass. So you got to deal with all the consequences of it. And if you mess around, got up steak ass pregnant, you about to suffer. So whose fault is that, dog? It's your fault because you chose to get that ragged ass heifer pregnant, and now you got to suffer the consequence. And if it's child support, you got to suffer with it. Now, if you make it you pay $1,700, you making a nice little grip. Now, which I also forgot to calculate, more than likely he's not carrying no insurance on that child because that's going to be calculated in it. He's not carrying no dental, not carrying no medical.
Vision.
It's also going to depend on the amount of dependents he may have. He had multiple kids. He might just have that one. You understand what I'm saying? It's going out the distance, the visitations, all that's calculated inside that child support. I know it was with me. So when I was getting paid, I got paid. I got child support for my daughter for 5 years. Cool. You got to pay me. I told her. I said, ain't going to be no fun when the rabbit got the gun because I had to pay for 10. I got it for 5. And then, her last 3 years of high school, I sent her back out to California to finish our schools because the school system was better out there than compared to Kentucky. So I said, go on back out there, finish high school. Did I pay support? Yeah. But did she ask me for some stuff afterward? Yeah. I didn't have no problem paying it because it was my child. I love my child. I'm going to do whatever I do. And I knew the support I was paying, her mother wasn't abusing it. Now, you're going to have some women that don't want to abuse it. I understand that. They out there. Ain't nothing you could do about it. But then you got some women that don't abuse it. But see, some people forget. After that child turned 18 and graduate, ain't no support no more. But yet that child is still living with that mother. Are you still sending money? Probably not, because you were just glad to get done with that bullshit. You was glad to shit. I feel like I paid 18 years. I ain't paying another dime. But that child continues to need stuff because that child is still a child. She's probably off of college. Are you still sending some money? I don't know. It depends on the type of man you are. I landed there.
I agree with you, Hank, too. I think because once the baby get out of school and they're 18 years old, I said this earlier, Hank. I don't know if you heard it, you was watching. I know a man, I should call him right now, see if he's busy. I know a man right now paying child support on a dead child. The baby dead. And he paying, when the child, I think the child was like 14, something like they retro back 14, 15 years or some shit. He paying child support on a deceased child right now.
Is that from back pay though?
Yeah,
is he paying back pay off?
Well, in Texas, back pay comes the day that they give it to you. So if the child 13 years old, the day they put you on child support, they retro back 13 years. So you in back pay the day you go to child support court. You fucked. So it doesn't matter, like, if you're a good father and you gonna pay whatever they tell you to pay, that retro gonna get your ass. They're gonna show you.
Look, I was a victim of it, dog. Look, I didn't see a tax return for 5 years, dog.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it would have looked like anymore. And then when I finally got a goddamn check, I said, "What is this?" I ain't seen one in 5 years because they intercepted it. I remember my first wife. We filed together. I said I didn't think about it till after we already filed. They took her money too.
Yeah.
Oh,
she had to file paperwork and a petition in order to get it. Now she got her portion of it, but I felt bad because they took our money.
Dang.
It was over $6,000 they took from us. But I had back support. So I know what you're talking about. I got half the price, because if it wasn't for her being honest, they would have got me, because I was, I was one of those guys that brought the money order receipts. I gave her this, I gave her that. Those are just gifts. That's what they told me.
Yes.
I had to
I've
accept
been there.
I had to accept that. Those are just gifts. I said, man, I got my money order here. Doesn't matter. They looked at her, they asked her. Thank God she was honest. She said, yeah, he's been helping. Yeah, he's been sending me money. So they cut half of the bill in half. So it went from $8,000. So I was in the red for $4,000. And now the child was 2 years. So now you 2 more years on that. I was about $10,000 by the time I walked out that goddamn courtroom.
Yeah.
10,000.
Black men down here in Iowa, if you were like, you get like, say you like you behind on child support or whatever, you trying to catch up, or you need, or you get charged so much that you go take a second job, right? You know that they could take you to court and turn around and tax you on that second job and up the child support. Just because you're trying to take care of yourself and make a living and keep up with your child support and still make a living to take care of your house, home, your rent, your insurance, your life insurance, your car insurance, every insurance, and they got the right to turn around and take you to court on a secondary job.
It's income. That's more income.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
So I got a question, BMU.
Yeah.
I hear a lot of women, when they get stressed out listening to our conversations, say, okay, ladies, stop screwing these niggas. Stop getting in relationships. Stop making babies and all of that. Do you think it's time for us to have that same kind of message?
Yeah, absolutely. Fuck this.
We should have been did that. We should have been did that.
Listen, fuck that pussy. We don't give a fuck about that beat up ass pussy. I mean, if you and think about it, and I'm being raw because this is unfiltered. We men. I remember. And shout out to Lost in Translation. Lost in Translation had a great analogy. Lost in Translation said, "Why are men going so nuts over a woman who for years had her pussy on a chain, dragging it down the street, letting it hit up against cars and curbs and dogs chewing on it, beating on it, and then she get to your door and knock and say, I have value, be with me." No, you're absolutely right. We need to have that same ass mindset. Fuck some pussy. Niggas go crazy over some pussy. Fuck that shit. I don't care. Fuck that. If you get it and you get a good woman, if you get it, you get it. But other than that, ain't nobody. I'm not gonna be running up behind no pussy to my I need to get that ass, girl. I'm with Hank. When you get to a certain age, bro, you like fuck that shit. Nobody give a fuck about no pussy. Shit, that's why these 18-year-old niggas at home playing Call of Duty and beating their meat at the same time. They don't give a fuck about no pussy no more. They don't care.
Yeah, that's they like the gingerbread man. You catch me if you can now.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck about none of that.
Yeah,
anybody can hop in. Go ahead, JT. Cook.
Yeah, so I definitely agree with what Beans is saying. The message should be that we need to be searching for quality women. It's very easy to see it now because these motherfuckers are mean. Goddamn women mean as fuck, bro.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not hard. You know what I'm saying? All that, men gonna be men. They need to fuck something. No, they don't.
Nope.
Not now. Nigga, it's just, these are liabilities. And basically that's what you fucking. You fucking a liability. And it goes to what Hink just said. You fuck with trash bitches, you're gonna get trash results.
Yep.
Absolutely. I definitely agree with that shit. It's just too many liabilities that you got in front of you when you're talking about just at the point of having sex with these women. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. You can see it. You can see it. I mean, it don't take much to vet that shit. You ain't got to dig deep. You can see it right in front of you. The motherfucker don't look like who she originally was. Nigga, that's not a red flag. That's probably more reason for you to stay the fuck away from her. If she's sitting there and she quoting all these motherfucking hoes that's rapping and shit, there you go, right there. Leave her alone. Go to the next street. if she got multiple kids already, that ain't for you, homie.
Right. And let me say this, JT. And I know people gonna get mad at me for saying this, but right now, like Hink was saying, having sex with these low budget ass women, these fucking EBT card ass bitches, and even the ones that got a little money in their pocket. If a black woman tell a black man today that she pregnant, it's the equivalency of finding out that you got full blown AIDS.
Hey, you know what though? That's funny. But you know what, JT? I agree with you. You know, like I agree with JT a lot because I got 2 daughters. One just about to get ready to go to high school. She just graduated from middle school.
Bless you, dog.
Thank you. And I saw your daughter, a black man.
Appreciate it.
Now I got another daughter that's about 13, but is in middle school. And the values I try to put into them is not to be what JT describes. I try to make them where they choose the right man, they choose the proper man. I even try to portray that proper man. You know what I mean? Hardworking, values, and I try to restore them to my even with the drama that me and the mother of my children go through. Right? I even try to how can I say it? I want that put it like that. One day I heard my daughter screaming that she's an independent woman. And I had to go, what? You're who? I said, how you independent? Because you can never be independent of anything when you got people you depend on. I said, even your mama depend on somebody, so she not even independent screaming that. I try to break that bond or that generational curse of that side of what that is. Like, how black people, we got that generational curse of so much other stuff that when we talk about like not getting wealthy and all that. I also believe that we had that generational curse of that black woman that's always trying to be down in black men, thinking they better, don't need a black man. We're gonna raise our daughter to be independent. We're gonna raise our daughter not to need a black man. We're gonna raise daughter if she gets this, we're gonna do this to that. I try to break that curse. I try to break that thing and show that, you also got to make the right choice because you got responsibility. You got to take accountability for the decisions that you make. You also got to take accountability for that nigga that you lay down with too.
Hey, in Beige Rage, I got a question for you.
Yes.
Who has primary custody of your daughters?
The mother. Yes. That's why I fight a lot.
Yeah.
So
that's what happens. But
and when you said
I'm not, nothing against you. I'm talking about in generality. A lot of men who are out here fighting like yourself. Like shout out to you, man, for doing your thing.
Yeah.
But what happens?
Like you said earlier,
all of that in them, and they go right back home to the devil.
Like you said earlier, how there's multiple different people in their ear.
Yeah.
I noticed because, like I said, I spoke about how she had a kid before, mine, and she's an adult with a child. So my daughter's got a nephew. Get what I mean? So I heard my youngest daughter and my daughter tell me that they hear their mother and their sister talking in a negative way about me. And I looked at them, I just break it off real quick. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm a nasty person sometimes. Because sometimes you gotta fight nastiness with nasty. That's why I try to tell Watts. I tell them real quick, look at their baby daddies. Look at her baby daddies and compare that to me. And look what I do for you and look what they do. And why they talking about me, they should be praising me because I actually do what I'm supposed to do as a black man, as a father for you.
And that's why
let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
though.
go ahead, Hank.
Let me ask you a question. So you
Go
said
ahead.
she had a baby before you got with her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing. Go ahead.
What type of relationship did she have with the other one?
Well, I know it's bullshit. I like I told Black Man on this show before. I missed like a couple shows before we seen. I missed the red flag. I seen the red flag, but I ignored them. Put it like that. And I'm from we're from two different states at the time. Right. And we're from two different states at the same time. You got. I grew up. I was living in Chicago. She was living in Iowa. So you kind of, you know what I mean. and when we met, it was kind of weird, and then shit happened. You know what I'm saying? But I did see some red flags, and I did miss them when I shouldn't. And by the time I caught them, it was too late. Pregnant. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got caught slipping.
Now you can't be mad. You got to be mad at yourself.
I do. I take a lot of. I stand up as a man, take the blame for what my mistake.
Now,
and that's why I try to make
so
that.
How many babies did she give you? She gave you 2?
Yeah, 2. That's it. I only got 2 kids.
Damn,
I only got
dog.
2 kids. 2 kids and 2 kids only by one woman. At least I can say that.
Oh Lord.
At least I can say I got 2 daughters by one woman. You know what I mean?
But that one woman's hell on you.
Oh yeah, but I know how to fight fire with fire because I got. You know how Tupac told. You know how Tupac told Biggie, I don't want when we go to war, you told me get your money up. Well, I got my money up, so I'm ready for war. I always tell her, I got my money up, so I'm ready for war with that, sir. I got a lawyer. When you get out of pocket, I got lawyers. And that's the thing that black man's got to do.
To get custody of your daughters?
Well, I don't got custody, but the thing is, I let my daughters my daughters get an age where they could decide where they want to go, and they starting to see my oldest starting to see the bullshit that their mother's on. You get what I mean?
I understand, but you can always push for that. Why don't you try to get it? See, that's another thing about us men. We say these things about the sport, but we don't ever try to get that custody because at the end of the day, most of us really don't want the custody. Most of us don't. We love our freedom. We get them every other weekend, maybe during the summertime and send them back, and we could still do what we want to do. I heard chase these other ragged ass heifers that we probably don't need to be
disagree,
with.
Bro.
Dog, but hear me out first.
I'm gonna hear you out, but I just want to say this real quick. You right on not trying, but it's not for those reasons. Go ahead.
Yeah, but dog, I've seen it too many times. That's what it is. A lot of dudes love the freedom that they're able to have. They okay with being weekend fathers. They good with that. I didn't accept that. I didn't go for that. Even during my divorce, one of the things I made sure that I had custody of my son. He's a boy. He need to come with me. And she gave that to me. Now,
I'm one of the ones that I'm actually finna fight for what you're talking about. Before I went to war, I want to make sure I had all my T's crossed, all my I's dotted. I want to make sure I was financially stable, my job was right, my place was right, and everything right, because you know how the court system is. They're going to tax a man harder than they're going to tax a woman. She can be living on the street and they'll still give her the fucking kids.
I agree.
So I'm about to get ready to go to court now, right? I got my woman with me, the woman I'm with now, and I'm about to go to court and fight for get my kids and because they're at the age where they can decide now where they want to be.
Get you a female lawyer.
Yeah,
get you a female lawyer.
I just want to say, bro. Hey, Hank, what you were just saying right there, and I agree with you, but not for those reasons. When I say the majority, I think is what 100 Watts was talking earlier, man. I think a lot of fathers recognize that by the kid's mom having custody for so long, and that attachment is there. There's a level of separation. I'm not speaking for all. There is a percentage that you said they don't want to lose their freedom. They get them every other weekend, and they get to still have a sense of singleness, right? But I do think that there's a level of guys who are not trying to separate that child from the core person that they've already attached themselves to mentally, spiritually, and physically. Okay.
I think that's an excuse for not wanting to
sounds weak to me.
No, T-Max, look here, just check me out, because I understand what you're saying, but the reason I agree with Hank is like, so for me, I have 2 that live with me, and I have 2 that I'm still trying to get. I know what kind of difference is going to be just bringing those other 2 in terms of like getting them up for school, getting them on the bus, dinner being made. Like now, like going to Walmart, like you got to actually do a head count in the fucking store now.
You said that.
So there is a level of inconvenience that is, I don't think inconvenience is the word, but we'll use it for this conversation, there is a level of inconvenience that does come when you become the full-time custodial parent, and men, for us, it's a whole lot easier for us to say, hey, look, if you just take custody of, let me just go work all these jobs, I'll make the money. But look, man.
Hey, hold on.
I don't feel like doing that shit every day.
100 watts. Sounds like to me, because you said there's going to be a big difference of them coming to you, right? Sounds like to me that you're the better parent for the child.
But I wouldn't say that I'm a majority.
No. I mean, in your case, what you just stated, you feel as if it's going to be a big difference them coming to live with you. Is you're the better parent, like they're in some sort of
no. The statement that no. That's not the statement I was making. If I said that wrong, let me correct it.
No. That's what I'm trying to ask clarity, bro. You good?
So what I'm saying is that for my household currently with 2 children, my household is set up in a certain way. It runs a certain way. There's a level of efficiency. Adding 2 more, it throws that off.
Let me ask you a question. So, if you and the mom, one mom, let's say one mom, if you and one mom had 2 children, okay, right, and then fucked around and had 2 more, would it throw that whole shit off like that?
Yes.
Yeah, because you got infants.
Yes,
but you deal with it because
either way though, it doesn't. I don't care. Why are we feeling sympathy for some people who don't really have sympathy for us? I'm worried about breaking up the dynamic of their relationship.
No. Hey, I ain't talking about sympathy for the mom. We talking about for the child the same way the 100 watts said earlier.
Everybody gonna have to get over this.
Yeah.
Everybody gonna have to get past this. Because guess what? As a father, I'm not in that life no more. And why should I have to mentally take that emotional anguish and be okay with it? But she's okay with sitting there. Now, well, dog, you sitting there saying, I'm not going to do it because I don't want to. You said either worry about the dynamic of the child of the child,
no.
right?
I agree 100% with what you said. I'm open to breaking all that shit up and letting the whole cat out the bag so the child can see the real life.
Dog. So be it. That's your child. It's not just hers. I don't give a shit she carried it for fucking 9 months. Thank you for holding him. But
that my girl tells me.
So if that's mine too, I have every right to that child just like she does. So if that means, I have to go and put the child on formula because she can't breastfeed, then so be it. If she dies, I'm gonna have to take on that dynamic, regardless. So I don't care about taking a child away from her because she's nursing. Well, I want to nurse. You're nursing no more. Now what you can do is pump that shit, send it to me. Yeah. I come pick it up every goddamn day.
Yeah, you talking about what I have to do. I'm talking about a 7 to 12.
I don't care if it's an infant. I don't care how young that child is. I'm taking that child because that's my child. I have every right to that child, just like you do. So when visitation comes, I'm gonna get that child on the weekend. I'm gonna have to find a way to feed them. Either get your breast milk or get some formula. One of the two. So what's any difference? I have to make the adjustment. I'm complaining about paying so much, $1,700 a month. Guess what I can do? If I get that child, I ain't got to worry about paying $17. Now the rabbit got the goddamn gun. She got to pay me. So then I can't complain no more.
But they say you're a weak ass nigga. If they say you're a weak ass nigga if you get child support, ain't that what they say?
Now call me what you want to. I'm entitled to it.
Yes.
Who said that?
Who
told you that? Who told you that?
Women be saying.
You tell them I said kiss my ass. Who gives a shit? I'm entitled just like she entitled.
Hey, you said
the right just like she got the right.
Hey, you so right. My girl said the same shit you said.
But then that's a problem. Then you can't sit there and complain about, man, I'm paying $1,700 support. Then know what you do, go in there and get that custody. And then guess what? You ain't got to worry about that no more. Now, whether you want to receive the support or not, you can either accept it or decline it. That's on you. You'll be a fool if I tell you sit there and decline it, because I'm going to accept everything I'm entitled to, whatever it is. But
Justin is a parent.
Do what you got to do, but you got to be willing to do it though. And and like you said, I'm not worried about the dynamics that it was. I'm taking away from her, and he's 3 years old. So what? So what? She'll figure it out. She can rekindle her and explain it every other weekend, just like I had to.
Yeah.
Look, if you think you're the better parent and you already got 4 kids or 2 kids or whatever, how many kids you got, being a parent is adjusting to whatever comes up. So if you think you're better off taking care of your kid than that woman is, then it's best for you to do that because your kid's gonna come out better. If you think you're gonna make your kid grow up better, because your parent, as a father and as a parent, it's your job to make your kid better. Even my girl had to bring that to me right now and say, "Baby, you need to go to court and fight for your kids and get your kids." And if a woman just sees that, then that tells you something. You need to fight for your kid, be there for your kid. I don't care what that woman think. Oh, he didn't know. Because she don't care how she hurt you. And Hank had a point right there.
So there was another point that I wanted to bring out too. You guys kind of touched on it. Most guys, and Hank brought this point up, most guys don't want to be full-time parents. Let's keep it 100. It's not the fact that they can't, but a lot of dudes, if there was a point where the court said, you can take on these kids and you guys got 50-50 and you get these kids 50%. There's no custodian parents. Both of y'all are custodian parents. Most guys would decline that. The reason being is because of the mindset of the guys right now. Let me explain why I say this. I personally think that women are better when it comes down to taking care of kids. Reason being is because the nominal amount of men that take care of their kids right now is a very small, and you can't really put those two or do a stat on that because it's not a whole bunch of men that you can do a stat on, right? Now, most men won't do it by themselves. What would happen is that you would have most men that would already have they would have a relationship. And a lot of times the relationship would be that mate is going to help them to rear those kids. That's where you would see more men marrying. You would see more men in relationships, because it does go to a point where these niggas you got to get out there and get that bread too. So we got to figure it out. That's why now I believe that a lot of men, when it comes down to it, if they have to get their kid, they will, and they got to make the adjustments. But I don't believe that most men will even take that on right now because of what the mindset has been for generations.
But
I think that they would have to practice that. It goes to the same thing with 100 watts, because you got to still also remember that we're not just talking about one child. We ain't talking about one child. It's at least 2 children. And then you got most blended families that's out here. So it's the same thing. When she out here struggling and shit like that, and she's putting you up on child support. Now, what I do believe is that most men will start, if you have more men, just as many men as it is women that's taking care of their kids, guarantee these men be putting their ass on fucking child support. You know why? Because now she's out there and she's really throwing that pussy from the free throw line now.
I bet you the system changed then.
It'll change. Yes, the system will change, because now it's not in theory anymore. But now motherfuckers actually have to do the same thing. It's a nominal amount of men that take care of their kids 100%. And the ones that do it, they doing a great job. But if you had more men doing it, you would see a lot of men failing at it, because a lot of these men are not good at taking care of their kids like that. Most men probably only need to have every other weekend and on the summer times and shit like that. It changes their lives.
They basically said
I had my oldest two by myself for 8 years. Did I have a little help with a sister over here? I'm talking about blood sister that lived across town, helping me pick them up when I couldn't get off work on time and get them from daycare before daycare closed. Yes. Did I have help? But like, you're trying to tell me that if most guys had an opportunity to get their children in their full custody, they'll decline?
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy as hell.
I don't know.
Are you saying? I think so. I really do think so. And the reason why, because they were so used to.
Let me ask y'all on the panel. Would y'all
even in a married dynamic, right? Even in a married dynamic, the kids was mostly with the mothers anyway, right? The mother was more so. So imagine now he's got his freedom. He's by himself. Now he's like, man, I got to find me something out there to get up on. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to be using time to get up on something. Then when I ain't, I'm going to work and get this little extra money, make this overtime money so I can pay this little support and still don't be cutting into my bills and my extracurricular activities. So yeah, most of the times I think they will. Now, if they're forced to because of traumatic reasons, they're gonna do what they got to do. But just voluntarily doing it, I don't see it like that. Unfortunately,
would y'all on this panel decline?
No, I
won't take care of my kids.
I got my son.
Here's the thing. But hold on, bro. I know that's right. Same here. But what I'm saying is, bro, here's the thing. This is what I tell when I'm on mixed panels with women. It's always the motherfuckers on the panel that's the exception to the rule. But then we're gonna say everybody else out there would decline.
No. So T-Max, me giving me and I don't know how much context matters in answering your question, but for me to be in my 30s, saying no, I wouldn't decline is not an answer that I would have given you 5 years ago at 25, 26.
Oh, so we talking about so when he said this generation, he talking about the young kids.
I'm just saying no, because JT specifically made a point and was talking about the mindset of men. And what I'm saying to you is that for me to be in the space now, to be wanting for my home to be open for all of my children to be living together, that took work for me to get to that mindset, to consider that, to be in the space, to actually want to be involved in the day-to-day. Because I was definitely one of them dads where I go to work, I come home, let me see your homework, I give you a hug, tell you I love you, read you a book, and go to bed. And that was the most, that's our interaction. Now, how tall are you? What size your clothes are? What you like to eat for dinner? Your mama know all that. I don't know all that. But now, because of the mindset that I have, I'm into it differently.
But that's what I was talking about with most guys.
So T-Max, this is what I'm saying. Let me just say this, and I'll let you guys get it. What I'm saying is this. First and foremost, the children should be a byproduct of your marriage. And a lot of motherfuckers ain't doing it. That's why I said with the men. The thing is that the men, the mindset, it used to be, or it still is for some men. I get married to this woman, and then everything else is the byproduct of what our marriage is. To be a single dad is not ideal for any man.
Facts.
That's why I say no. I mean, because of the mindset. Ain't no man trying to be a single dad and shit like that. But if it comes down, that's why I said they would decline. But if you talk about somebody that has a stable household and they got, and things like that, now that's where it comes down to. You talking about dudes that had
kids outside of marriage,
and
baby mama. Okay, I get
that's
you.
That's 70% of our population.
Wedlock, yeah. So I'm thinking personally, but I'm looking abroad at majority of guys. But what I'm saying is that if everybody on this panel saying if they had the opportunity to get children that was living outside their home and they had every other weekend custody, and now you had the opportunity to get your child as full time, we will all say we wouldn't decline. But are we all saying that those kids came from marriage or baby mama type shit?
Baby mama type shit.
You see, T-Mac, but you really
my kids came from marriage.
Yeah. Mine came from marriage. My
son came from marriage.
But you gotta realize something. You're talking to a different kind of panel of men here. Everybody basically here is either. I mean, we basically care about our black community, so we're all gonna say we want to raise our kids. So we're exception to a lot of that rules of what you're looking at that like 1 to 5. You get what I mean? With like most kids is like what AJ JT said and Hank, where most kids want to be, most fathers, most of the black people want to be like Facebook dads, Instagram dads. Put the pictures up, be the weekend dads, show Facebook, go out and party when they ain't there, sit back and chill, and do everything else. I say maybe more like 3 out of 5 fathers want to go out there and be party and don't want to take custody of their kids. It's probably like 2% that wants to, like us here, want to be more hands-on, take care of our kids, do what we want to do, be productive, show our kids what we need to show them. But most is like what y'all say is most parents just want to be weekend because they don't want to take that responsibility of going to school every day, going there, pick up the kid when they're sick, taking that PTO off because they got to stay home with the kid for 2 or 3 days because the kid's sick. Most guys don't want to do that because now they're cousin into their pussy time.
No, right. But that's because of the single culture thing, the single parent culture, the baby mama, baby daddy culture. Men we're stabilities. We're built to build a foundation for our children to be stable. And we understand that. And we already understand it takes a woman and it takes a man. We're not the ones that saying fuck these hoes. You know what I'm saying? But because when we're younger, a lot of us been growing up in that baby mama, baby daddy culture, we have the ideal of this shit ain't gonna work. I'm with her for a minute, but shit, this will end, right? And a lot of times it ends once she's pregnant or the baby, or she had the baby. And now guess what? Now you a baby daddy. Now that's your baby mama. That ain't your wife. That's not a person that you build in a household. So everything is on the outside. It looks like you got mismatched shoes. You know what I'm saying? And then it might be a blended family you in and all kind of shit, man. But that's what I was saying.
I got a question real quick though, to that point. So with saying that, do y'all believe that if there was no child support system at all to hold men accountable to pay for their children, do y'all believe that most men would say, fuck them kids, I ain't paying nothing?
No.
Yeah,
I do. I do.
No, I do. I think most men, especially if it's baby mama, baby daddy culture, a lot of niggas be like, because they don't.
Even if it was marriage.
Yeah, a lot of these niggas end up having babies with women that they don't like.
So you saying that most men don't give a fuck about their kids?
They wouldn't. Yeah, they wouldn't give a fuck about their kids.
That's all I needed to know. Y'all saying that most guys don't give a fuck about their children.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that most guys would take some kind of responsibility.
No, that ain't how I put it. Y'all just said if most guys had the opportunity to get the custody of their children, whether it came from marriage or baby mama, they'll decline. Then you said if there was no child support system, I'm just going off of what y'all say, bro. That's why I asked questions.
Because if it wasn't a problem,
if there was no child support system and they had no obligation to be held accountable to pay, they'll opt out.
Yes.
So you saying that most guys don't give a fuck about their kids?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No, JT, it ain't what I say. It's what you say.
No, I didn't say it's what you say. I said okay.
I can't answer for JT, but I've been telling you the whole time straight up. Yes.
Yeah, you've been saying that, but JT keeps saying if that's what I want to say.
JT riding the fence.
No, I'm not riding the fence. Yeah, I'm not riding the fence.
JT, you ride the fence because you kept saying that that's what I want to say.
Let me finish what I have to say, and then you'll see why. Why do you think they have the fucking child support system right now? That's the reason why they got the child support system, because a bunch of motherfuckers was leaving their kids illegitimate. So I'm not saying the way that you're doing it. No, I'm saying I'm actually agreeing with you. But my point is they have a child support system. It didn't just come out of thin air. It was because motherfuckers was neglecting their fucking families.
You're right.
And a lot of us good men got caught up. But a lot of us good men get caught up in the wash. That's all it is. That's all it is. They overcorrected.
I'm just glad we got that out there. That JT and he think that most guys ain't worth a fuck, and they say fuck them.
I stand on it. I don't
think that's society.
I don't think that either. Rage.
Yeah, I think most men would take the responsibility.
No,
they don't gotta deal with that baby mama drama.
Explain to me how did the child support system come to about?
Oh, we know how the child support system came about. But that's in the past. That's like saying how this civil rights and something like that.
Because of what?
I understand. But I'm saying now, I think more men are more responsibility.
That may be the case.
No, listen. It was because of what?
Because lack of men taking responsibility.
You're right. It came about because of
if you guys are arguing that most men wouldn't, it's only in theory with y'all, right? Just like it'll be in theory. That's why we say in theory, no. One of the reasons why I would say in theory, no, because they ended up overcorrecting with that system because niggas have left their family.
Facts. But JT, let me ask you a quick question. Nowadays, do you see more kids sitting down with more men? I'm sorry. Do you see more men interacting with their children? I'm talking about like not just on social media. I mean, that's where you'll see it, but in your families or friend circles, interacting with their children, showing them real love and emotion versus back in the day with motherfucking calloused up, greased up hand daddies that was working as mechanics or carpenters or whatever, that'll come home like you said, or somebody said, look at the homework real quick, if that, go to bed, kiss them on the forehead, and disappear until the next day and do it all over again? Do you see more men interacting with quality time with their children than back in the day, and way back in the day when the child support laws was made?
So, okay, I'll just say this. I don't know about back in the day because I ain't seen it back in the day. All I know is how the shit came about. So I didn't see that. I was born in the 70s. That shit was before the 70s. Now, yes, I see men interacting a lot, and especially black men interacting a lot with their kids. I also see a bunch of capitulating as men too. I see niggas is out here that don't have a voice. They're doing what the women want them to do. The system want them to do. So although that they're right there with their kids, their voice don't mean shit when it comes down to the mother's voice.
And hold on. And then what do you do? I got a question for everybody. So what happens in this situation where the kids are with the mom the majority of the time, and you do want to spend quality time and spend time with them and all this other good stuff, right? And the kids have become,
come on, talk.
Have become reckless, and they got a bad mouth. They got an attitude. They talking like they talking because they able to do this around their mama, and then they come around you and they want to cuss and throw up the middle finger and do stupid shit, and disrespect you and be like, I ain't got, they act like shit. I ain't got to be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you do? It's a lot of men deal with that. That's why a lot of men say fuck them kids because the mama didn't ruin them.
Hank, you just said most men say fuck them kids. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's just a question, Hank. I'm asking the question. What do you do with those kids, Hank? What the mama didn't ruin them. What the mama didn't ruin them.
You failed them as a father. You failed them kids.
Thank you.
You failed them goddamn kids. As a father, you failed them because you seen the progression as it started to go in that direction. Why didn't you step in and say, hey, send them kids to me?
Why you didn't correct it then?
But you know why he didn't? Because he was on the stance of fuck them kids. I'm still gonna work and get this money, the overtime, and go out and party, hang out, go on trips. And when my weekend come, I'm gonna be back here chilling, sobering up, hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Catching up on some shit. And then as soon as they leave on that Sunday night or that Monday morning when you drop off to school, I'm right back out in these goddamn.
You forget all about that
because he's saying fuck them goddamn kids because he don't love them kids. Look at them. We proved it up here earlier when some people talk about. I pay support, but I ain't paying no more than just the support. Them you goddamn kids. You already saying fuck your kids already. Well, go ask your mama for that money. You saying fuck them kids. Right then and there. Whether you think you saying it or not, you saying it without saying it.
Part-time parenting.
I know you supposed to get that money for the support, and hopefully she keeping a roof over the goddamn head so they not homeless. So at least she's doing something with that money. Okay, cool. Daddy, can I have $20? Nah, fuck you. Go get it from your mom. You said fuck your kids. That's what you're doing. So T-Max, that's exactly why I say
I ain't the one that said it. Goddamn.
I didn't say you said that. I didn't say you said it. But that was the sentiment up here. People were saying that.
They taking that
that's
shot.
The case, you saying fuck your kids without saying it. That's what you're doing.
So hold on. So I said
to a certain extent,
and let me tell you why I said it. If a man, like I said the other day, the man who spent time with his kids, do what he had to his kids, the court tell him for one child, $1,780. Why is that kid calling asking for anything when you almost
know why? Because the mama told him
to that kid. I'm trying
mama
to
told him to.
But again, and I understand what you're saying. As long as that kid's he's not malnourished. Mama's not saying I'm having trouble paying my rent. As long as I'm not getting those calls, how much you need, dog? All right, come on.
Yeah.
I'm going to send it to him. You know why? Because I love my child.
I got a cash app for mine.
Now, if he asks for something now, BMU, if he asks for something extreme, are you doing too much, dog? Hold on, man. Why don't your mama get you some goddamn shit?
What's too much?
Why don't your mama take the school shop?
Okay, so let's mark the line here. So he called you, hey Pop, what's up? Hey, listen, man, I just got picked up on this new basketball team or whatever. Hey, I'm gonna need $750 by Friday.
But that's on your mama.
I'm gonna hear you out. I'm gonna hear you out. And then what
I'm gonna say what I'm gonna do.
I'm hold on. He said
I'm gonna do AAU team. I need $750.
Cool. I got you. I'm gonna call the mama and say, hey, okay, we can split that bill. You pay half, I'll pay half.
Yeah.
That's what we done that.
That's co-parenting.
We've done that. That's not no. We done it with my son.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get support. She wouldn't get support. When he's with you, you take care of him. When he's with me, I take care of him.
I like that.
Everything. We split everything. So she said, we find out what it is. How much it is? You said $750. Oh, okay, no problem. Here's my $375. Go and do what you got to do.
Now he
split down the bill.
Now, hold on.
We had that conversation.
Your child support hit on the 3rd, so your $1,700 has already went to her. He called you and said, "Dad, I need $750 by Friday." She just got the child support payment.
Okay. I'm gonna give you half of that $750.
How much is that? What are mathematicians at? So you giving $750?
I'm gonna give you half of that $750. I'm gonna give you half of that $750.
I'm gonna give you half of that. I'm same thing. I'm gonna give you half.
I'll give you half of that goddamn $750.
But what if you don't have it? What if you don't have it?
What
about
that's $2,075 if you're paying $375 along with the $1,700?
Yeah. If I don't have it, then I'm in trouble already, though. BMU, I'm in trouble already. Then he can't play on the AAU team. Then, if I can't afford to do it, then I can't afford to do it.
Hey, look, I was talking out of reality, bro. Most dudes don't have it because that $1,700 crippling their ass. Everybody up here before I got here was talking about there and getting a second job and all this other shit to keep their head above water.
Max, I did those things.
Yeah, me too.
I did those things. I worked at Home Depot restocking shelves in order to pay my lawyer for this divorce situation. Yeah. I did those things. Those are called sacrifice. As a man, I got to do what I got to do.
But you had a threshold right then, though, Hank.
You working on meat packing plants for 4 hours, 8 hours a day, and getting paid the same day working on meat packing plants while you just came off an 8-hour shift doing something else.
Hey,
trying to make sure you pay them lawyers to get that money.
I was willing to make in order to do what I needed to do. I did those things. I've been through all that shit I'm talking about. I walked down that avenue. I walked them shoes. I did it.
Yeah.
Not proud of it, but I had to accept that until I got shit worked out to where it got worked out. So now we divorced. Now I know what my support is. I paid what I had to pay. And if I couldn't pay with my regular check, you best be damn, I would be willing to go get a second job.
So
if that's what I had to do.
So let me ask you this. So I'm gonna go back to what I think Beige Ray said this earlier when he was talking about Chris Rock's joke. Chris Rock said a man is only the only thing that is unloved unconditionally is women, children, and dogs. He said a man is only loved based on what he can provide. And I think that even when it comes to children, let me give you this, Hank. I know that you're a man up and take care of your business, but I'm talking to the men out there who are dealing with baby mamas who are first cousins to the devil. And they say, and you'll get conversations and you'll get things like, you'll tell your kid, I can't afford, you can't be on the AAU team. And she's in the background, just hang the phone up. I told you he wasn't going to do shit for you. I told you he was a deadbeat. I told you your daddy wasn't shit. And now she didn't put a narrative in your son's head that you ain't shit and you can't provide, even though the $1,700 just hit the account.
You remember 100 Watt said a while ago before he got off here that he done count that now he counting up 2 or 3 times where his dad done fucking blew him off. Like when 100 Watts was up here a second ago, he said, after you tell me you can't get me that, go back to my mom. Now I'm counting up to 2 or 3 times where you a fuck boy.
You know what, fellas?
But see, that's why you sit your kids down and sit there and tell them, look,
ain't no real.
This is what I'm doing.
Hold on. There's no real answer to it, right? That's why we got to stay solid to ourselves. That feeling sorry for yourself shit, or you know what I'm saying? It makes you grow up and to be that man that you stay solid. It goes to the same thing. If you ain't got that money and your son is going to the AAU or whatever it is, at the end of the day, that's your son. I understood exactly what 100 Watts was saying, but I'm glad that you guys bring in balance to this, right? If you can't pay for it, you got to keep it 100 with your son.
You ain't shit at that moment, JT.
Right, you not, because look, I already said it earlier. Your voice is low. It's been drowned out. So the only thing you have is your word and your bond. The only thing that the kid is going to look at anyway, if you say that you don't have it, you don't have it, because mom can say whatever she want to say. you still got to be a solid individual when it comes down to it. You dig what I'm saying? You still have to be able, if you're going to be there and you're going to be there for that child, all that other shit, I think you owe them honesty. If anything else, because that money shit, that shit comes and goes. Now, this is the thing also. I just know dudes like you, BMU, and T-Max, you sound like a dude that's a stand-up guy when it comes down to it. I just believe in Hank. I believe you guys just gonna make it happen. Because you know, especially you got a son, and you know he really want to be on that team. I just believe you're gonna make it happen.
I'm gonna make it happen by having a conversation with his mom and say, "Hey, listen, that 1750 just hit, homie."
Yeah. But that was what Hank said. That was what Hank said. He get on the phone with her. Hey, yo, this is because this is the thing. His voice won't be drowned out because he's talking to her and he's talking to his son also.
Right.
I talked to your mama. This is what we got about to do. This is the money that I could come up with. She said she got the other part. We about to make it happen for you, right? That's just what it is. Man, it's no real, I'm telling you, dog.
Hey.
Out of all of the things that we all are saying right now, there's no real answer other than if you going through it or if you've been through it. We kind of gotta, you know what I'm saying? It's just fucked up, bro. But we gotta stay solid. We gotta stay solid to our children ourselves, man.
Black man.
Ambitions, what it is? Ambitions, Farida 101. Man, thank you so much for becoming a member of the channel. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot.
Salute.
I want to just take a moment for Hink and JT and the Beige Rage, T-Max, Beans. I want all of us to take a moment and talk about the majority of the baby mamas that we're dealing with. Now, there's a minority of women who, like Hink, can call her and have a conversation with it. But there's niggas out here that don't even have their baby mama phone number. She didn't change their number. Don't want to talk to them.
I was going to go there.
Talk. There are women out here that say, I know niggas that say, hey, talk through the kids. You call their phones. Don't call me. There's no contact with me whatsoever. Now, we talked about that too. Yeah, we got to have that conversation because there are baby mamas out here that don't even want nothing to do with you. And they're telling the child, your daddy need to take care of you. Call your daddy for that $750. Call your daddy for your shoes. Call your daddy for your school clothes. And then they'll call you and ask for it. And you be like, well, son, I need to have a conversation with your mama. Ain't no reason for me and you to talk. That's your child. Talk to your child. You see what I'm saying? As soon as you tell him, baby, I ain't got it. What is she gonna say when he hang the phone up? I told you your daddy wasn't gonna do shit. And guess what? That's cookies. That's brownie points for the other nigga. Oh yeah, he said he couldn't do it. Hey, don't worry about it, baby. I got it. I'll take him, go get the shit.
Yeah. You know, black man.
No. Let me put this one in. This is gonna be a good one for you. I don't know if you heard this one yet. She got the man. And shout out to Eat Man.
Oh, stop, JT. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of people saying, and CB Bailey, I thank you for being here. I'm not going to say nothing bad about you, baby. I'm talking about your comment. $1,750 has to cover child care, a portion of rent. Baby, paying rent is part of being an adult.
Yeah.
Why do I have to help you pay for your rent when the kid come over my house and nobody helping me pay mine?
Thank you.
Yeah, that shit wild.
Yeah, man. It's
you help me pay my rent, fool.
So I want to point out the foolery. Yeah. They go over to their mama house. A part of the $1,750 got to pay her lights, her water, rent, insurance on the car, part of the car, no whatever. They come over to my house. I'm paying that over there. They come over to my house. I'm paying the lights, the water, the insurance. I'm paying.
You taking care of two households.
Taking care of two households.
Two households with another nigga in the other one.
With another nigga in the other room. And then they're playing a game. Hey, man, I told you I need that money for work. Did the nigga send it or not?
He rolling up with your shit.
Again, that's when you need to get that female lawyer. Go in there and get your goddamn child.
Or find somebody that got Ray Carew phone number.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I hear y'all talk
I
about.
ain't gonna never encourage that guy.
Nah, I'm fucking.
I ain't never gonna do that.
I'm
God
playing.
damn.
Yo, hey, BMU.
No, let me put this other scenario out there before you go, bro.
Damn.
Yeah,
So Hank, she got another man.
Uh-oh.
She married or whatever, right? My man calls you and tell you that whenever you communicate with her, you got to communicate with him also, right?
I'll
And
beat his ass.
you guys got to be in a group text. So if
I'll
you
beat his
text her,
ass.
it has to be in a group text. T-Max, what you saying?
I tell my baby mama give me
saying nothing, say
motherfucking
what?
bound money. I tell my baby
I'm
give me
still
bound
listening to
money.
that shit. Wait, but go ahead. So what?
Listen, I say, hey man, hey T, what's up, bro? Hey, listen, in order for you to be able to communicate with my wife, right?
Hold on.
You're gonna have to do it in a
We good.
we gonna have to do it in a group text, my man.
You the
We
new
need to
nigga.
be in it. That's the only way. And you can only text her at no more than at 10 o'clock BMU, 10 o'clock PM. You muted.
Ooh. Oh.
You know what I'm saying? That's what you know. Which is he still he cussing me out or something.
I know. I'm finna say he gonna say 7 o'clock is the cutoff, and your son, I take his phone around 6:30, so don't call him either.
Man, y'all playing, man.
Again, why ain't you got that female lawyer? Take down to that goddamn courthouse and get your child. What are you waiting on?
Is that a real situation y'all know about though?
Somebody on the last panel, somebody brought that scenario up, and he was saying he was serious in a heart attack. He was serious in a heart attack.
I'm bypassing all that. I'm not dealing with the mother at all. So that's fine. My son got a phone. My child got a phone. I'm talking directly to him. Anything he need to tell me, he could tell me. He could text me and call me, and we're gonna chop it up. I don't need to talk to the
I would hang with that. I bought both my daughter's phones.
and the mom. I don't need to talk to her for what? He can talk on his own. That's all I need.
Now that situation gets somebody hurt. That's crazy.
Hey, we already got the visitation schedule, so they know what it is. I'll be here when I'm here, and I'll bring them back when I bring them back. We already know the schedule. What do we need to talk about?
What mean
unless
you talking
there's
about,
emergency, unless there's emergency,
I was gonna say that.
I don't need to talk to the
That's
woman.
what we need to talk about. The niggas that be stepping in trying to do too much.
So what do you do about that? What do you do?
BMU.
Like you call the house and they say, "Hey, you like where my son at?" Oh, I have somebody training them, and I have my
calling
man
the house.
training them.
Who uses a house phone in every goddamn morning?
No,
I'm calling him.
Okay, you call your
Said a
son.
house phone.
He said, Daddy, I'll call you back, Daddy. I'm with Mama new nigga right now. He teach me how to swing this baseball bat.
Hey, that's some shit you're gonna have to deal with too, though.
I can't be mad at that.
Hold on. Hold on 1 second.
I can't be mad at that.
Hold on 1 second, nigga. Goddamn, hold on.
What the hell you been
DMU. Whose chat is CB Bailey in?
CB Bailey.
Mine.
Yeah, the comment that you just put on screen. Whose chat is
mine? Mine.
She in yours. Do you do bounties, chat bounties?
Why are you trying to get out of here?
Yeah, I was gonna send you $2 to get out of here for $1 a day. That is the most disrespect. Yo, that is.
Hey, who talking right now?
Yo, I was chilling, right? Well, look at it like this: it's 5 faces on the panel, and you don't see them moving, right? So,
no. Hey, look, Beans,
you've been talking to them niggas for 30 minutes.
I was gonna make a joke earlier and say you was fucking AI because all I saw your head was shaking like this. The whole time you've been up here, I've been wanting to say that, bro. But now I get it. You clone.
No, it's not AI. That's actually me.
So right now, in the state of Texas, I just looked this up. For a father, I put in. This is the question I ask. How much did it cost on average for a man to fight for custody of his children in the state of Texas? I only did Texas. It says here anywhere between $19,000 to $40,000 in Texas.
Yeah, fuck them.
Do what you got to do then. Do what you got to do. It's worth it.
Hold on.
All the issues.
How many niggas running around with $40,000 in their pocket?
Not a lot.
You got payment plans?
But let me say this: is it going to, in the long run, will it be worth all the shit all the examples y'all just gave? Is it worth it?
Yeah.
Now, if it is, then do it. If it's not, then keep letting some old other dude come in your house telling you what to do and how to visit your children. He gonna raise your children, or he gonna put the belt to ass on your child. If that's what you want, then that's what you better accept.
Or
I'm not doing that shit.
I agree with
I'm not doing that.
The reality is most dudes can't do that.
This motherfucker
I
won't
don't
be
know
black
why
man.
y'all
If
pretending like
it's
that's
me,
not an
it won't
option.
be black man on film no more. It'll be black man in
We
prison.
got to grab ankles and accept.
I'm going to jail. Shit, I'm definitely going to prison.
Motherfuckers gonna be grabbing ankles and accept it.
Man, I wish a nigga will call me and tell me some shit like that.
BMU, when I first pulled back up, you brought that comment up. Did y'all read it out loud?
Yeah, we read it out loud. The 1750. Yeah.
Yeah,
So y'all didn't
He
take
addressed
that
it. He addressed it.
She
Yeah,
said,
he addressed it.
She said, my daughter's child's dad is not in the court system. He weaponizes money against her. He doesn't want her, but he doesn't want anyone else to have her. He doesn't spend any time with the children.
Right, but see, this is what you just did. You just tried to deflect to him. Now we want to examine that comment, right? Because she said 750 has to cover childcare.
Oh yeah, I addressed it.
Rent and other expenses, right? So it's like this though. If it's supposed to cover a portion of it, don't that mean you should be covering the other portion?
Yes.
Right. So what she's trying to make, because I could be wrong, but it sounds like she's trying to suggest that the 750 ain't really a lot.
No,
the 1750 ain't really a lot, right?
1750.
Right, the 1750 ain't really a lot. But the problem with that argument is that if you're paying half of everything, it would be.
Yeah, it won't. Not
what's 1750? What have a 1750?
You know how much child care is now? That's about $2,100 a month right now. Child care.
Shit.
$2,100, dog.
I look down at the floor, shit your ass.
For child care. A month. That's what's going. That's the average child care right now, $2,100. So even half of that, that's what,
875.
1050?
No, I was telling Ray.
1,050. That's 1,050. So that little 1,700 gonna get eat up real fast. Yeah, it won't cover child care.
Oh, that nigga said little 1,700. God.
Yeah.
Damn.
It won't even halfway cover that child care, man. So
who fault is that?
But that's what I'm saying though.
It's y'all fault. It's the parents' fault.
Ain't no y'all fault. Nope.
The fuck?
Y'all had that motherfucker.
Her fault.
Y'all had that motherfucker. No, it's y'all.
She had it too.
Y'all ain't making the decision to put that.
She had it too.
Did you not hear me say y'all? It means both of y'all. It means
right,
you and
y'all.
It's y'all fault. Y'all had that little motherfucker with that demon ass heifer.
You
should have got that heifer.
Hey, what's the average monthly child care?
You said what?
What's the average monthly child care?
2,100.
Okay, so 1,100 of your 17 gone.
Yeah, but see, you said average. Average is not a good stat to use for that. Median would be a better stat to use for that.
Huh?
What?
Median would be a better stat to use because average, they're going to include some of the higher places, and that's going to mess the average up. You see, the best thing to use would be median, right? Where you say, okay, this is the median, so half the people paying less, half the people paying more. Because I know it's 2026, you know what I mean? But still in all, 2 bands a month, that seems like about maybe $400 to $500 more than where I was even thinking that. And I was thinking about it on the high end of it being like $400 a week.
Well, it's about for a kid down here in Iowa without disability, and that's over 3 years old, it's about 2,100. So,
I mean, what the fuck is going on at these places? They charging them for the lunches or some shit? Or they charging
that's because the government. That's because the government took a lot of assistance from them, so they got
a lot of the subsidy. So they're not getting as much money no more like they used to do.
So now they got to hit us.
There you go. Yeah, put that in there. That make it much more.
And a lot of that is
he got back in the day. I was paying $250.
Right.
But hey, y'all. A lot of that's coming from before and after school care. That means you get to drop them off before school. They take them to school for you, and then they pick them up from school and wait till you get off work.
Right, and that depends on what age group you in. It depends on what you got different disabilities.
Especially if you send your child to pre-K, you got to pay for that in some states.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And then it might not even go the whole day. It might be just a half a day. And so now you're paying for that, and you're paying for child care.
And I want to bring this into the conversation. My neighbor, bro, listen, I had a Hispanic neighbor in the house with him. Guess who lived in there? His mother, his father, his wife's mother and father, right?
I don't blame him.
All the kids, when he go to work every morning, she was having baby after baby. You know, them Mexicans, they get down. And she had them infant babies and little toddlers running around. Guess who keeping them kids? 4 grandparents. They don't get wore out. 4 grandparents are keeping those babies every day while he's out working, while the wife out working. They come home, the grandmamas then got in the kitchen and cooked. The granddaddies that went outside and mowed the yard and trimmed the hedges. You see what I'm saying? I work with a lady.
Most of our people ain't even motherfucking sitting at the same table at reunions type shit.
Exactly, bro. I work with an Indian lady that says after we have a baby, his mom comes and take care of us for 6 months.
Though. We got
and then after the 6 months,
you're right.
The mother-in-law come and take care of me for 6.
That's that individualistic mindset, though. That's that individualistic mindset. That's the reason why we suffer like that.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. That Indian lady said they take care of they take care of their baby. Even when they get married, nigga. When they get married, she said when they get married, they go stay with their mama and she go stay with her in-laws for 6 months. No bills have to be paid. Everything they bring in goes into a bank account. Then she said after that 6 months, they go stay with her mom and daddy for 6 months, stack their bread. For a year, they don't have no expenses and everything they make go into their bank account. So when they move out in a year, they got what they need. Niggas ain't doing that shit. They're not.
Hey, I just screenshot.
That's a whole different conversation right there. Why niggas ain't doing that?
I shared it with you. You see it?
You screenshot what now?
I screenshot the data on the child care for the national. So this is what I was saying. So this is the national, right? And then it's the median, right? Which means half the people pay more, half the people pay less, right? But you see how infant care is so much more than toddler and school age, so it drives the average up. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I said. And so just like even when people are paying more in those other spots, like you might have a place that's top ranked. So now people sending them kids to the top ranked schools, they charging you even more. They might have a waiting list and everything. You see what I'm saying? So it kind of skews it. But you see, when you do the median,
I gotta go.
Okay, we're around baseline between 9 and 1,200, right? It's starting to make more sense.
I'm good with that shit now.
Right. So it's that to me, if we go with that, right, even if we went to the highest point, which was 1,200 for this, and we were splitting half of that, that's 600 out of 1,700. You still got 1,100 to play with.
And you know what though? I'll say this too, T-Max. Listen, if a woman, think about this. You know how many women right now that had sex with dudes and making really good money, and you get $1,700 a month? I think Baby was telling me the other day that a woman was on Instagram or something talking about how many different baby daddies she got, how much she get per month from each dude. I think it's like $1,200 or some shit for 4 kids for each kid a month. Some shit. So she getting all that, but she on Section 8. She get Medicaid. She gets all type of government assistance plus that nigga money. You ain't got to work. If you add up what she making a year, do that. 4 kids, $1,200 a piece.
Yeah, that means she don't work and she cutting out all that daycare shit we talking about right there too.
Wait a minute. Pull up that lie. 1152 from Stacy. She just lied. Newsflash: if you're getting health care, food stamps, and medical, you automatically have to apply for child support. That's a lie, Stacy. You know how I know? Because all you gotta do is say you don't know who your baby daddy is. That's it.
Oh shit! Yeah. But how many women gonna lie?
Not a lot. Because the person who I know who did it, BMU, guess what? She's still with that nigga to the day. They celebrate they wedding anniversary every year. They got 3 kids together, right? Like, and they've been together ever since. You know what I'm saying? So that's a different mindset. When her baby daddy, who was actually my cousin, he was locked up. He got locked up. And then that's when she had to get on all of the, the assistants. And they said, who is your dad? Who's the baby daddy? I don't know. Period.
Well,
and guess what? It's so many women who don't really know. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? I don't see why they would have a problem with lying.
That's the thing about they cut you off because you got like so many months to figure out these truths. Look, that's the thing about this access to this information.
Right.
They got access to all things with you.
Yep.
Your accounts. They do research. They check. They cross state check. They don't just check in the state of whatever state you in. They cross state check. They check all of that shit, and they'll come back 6 months later.
That's correct.
You know what, Stacey? Just for you, I'm gonna look that up too. Just for you, because for some reason I think it's more than what it really is. But I'm gonna look that up.
We're gonna evaluate all of that, man. They gonna look at that, man. They gonna look at everything. They want to know all your information. Accounts, they gonna run that social security number. Yeah, they run all your addresses. They gonna run all that shit.
Yeah. It's gonna be like they trying to repossess your ass. They coming. They're gonna be looking for your ass.
They check all that shit, man. They don't be playing. And
so
we just had somebody get locked up for fraud. She was working over in Indiana. Then she started working over here in Kentucky. And boy, they locked her ass up at the desk. Put the cuffs on her for child support fraud. She was lying for folks.
Damn.
Locked her ass up.
Well, hey man, so listen, this the end of the show, man. I just wanted to thank you for coming up. Hink, man, we having a show Friday, man. If y'all want to come up Friday, we're gonna talk about self-defense and what that looks like for a man who is being physically abused by a woman. And we're gonna talk about the situation about our children, with everything that happened with Carmelo today. They got 18-year-old, just turned 18 years old, got 35 years in prison. We're gonna talk about just self-defense and is there a gray area, who can and who can't? Because I remember very, very, very clearly the young man who got drunk, got in his daddy's truck, driving down the road crazy, ran into a church van, killed 6 people, including the pastor, and they gave him affluenza because they say he didn't know right from wrong. And the same judge, 3 months prior to giving that kid affluenza, a black kid in Mesquite, Texas, was fighting another kid at school, and he punched him and the white kid, they were squabbling, and he hit the white boy, and the white boy fell, hit his head, and died. He gave that boy 19 years.
And to that, I'll say the same damn thing I said about the women walking. What else do you expect?
Yep. So we'll definitely going to talk about that on Friday, man. Because I don't think the kid should have got 35 years. God damn, that's crazy. That's real bad. I mean, because they gave him years like it was premeditated. They like he just playing. He got up that morning and said, "I'm finna go stab me a white motherfucker today." Like it wasn't premeditated. The man had a utility knife on him. He feeding 2 big ass white boys, 2 country fed ass tree log carrying ass white boys, and he defended himself. It's clear point blank, period.
You think they're gonna appeal?
They should.
But they said they're trying to, based upon the fact that the DA excluded 3 of the black women that were supposed to be on the jury based upon the fact that they were educators.
Yep.
Yeah, they held a bias.
And a lot of people are upset because there were no people of color on that.
Hey, that's something I talk about. I'm gonna join y'all Friday if you'll have me. But that's something. That's something I talk about because that's our fault too, though. You know why? Because we bought into. I'm talking about the masses. We bought into the fucking minority standpoint, and that's how they got us. Like. They don't have to have black people up there as long as they can say, because it's I just found this out. The jury of your peer shit ain't what I thought it was the whole time.
Right.
You understand? That's just from the community that you're around and the pulling pool. That them bitches could be all white folks and don't have nothing to do with your ethnicity or race or age group or none of that. as long as they pulling from a certain pool. But here's the thing. What does that say? I'm a person of color. And
I'm gonna address it real quick. Hold on, just a second.
I don't give a shit.
You don't have to give a shit. You could be a person of color. Coons come every day. All I'm saying is this: I don't see you white. I don't see you black white folks. Right? I'm gonna call you black whiteikins. I don't see you black whiteikins talking about Kyle Rittenhouse. I don't see you blackins talking about them boy that went and shot the church up and killed all those people. I ain't getting no outrage from you niggas. I ain't getting no outrage from them niggas after even when they caught this nigga. The police took this nigga to Burger King because he was hungry and fed him. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about the affluenza kid who got drunk and got in his dad's truck and killed 6 people. We ain't talking about the white boys. We're not talking about these white boys are way more violent than the black boys. Way more violent than the white boys. Go look at all this major shit. Who shot at the president? Who was sitting on top of it twice? White motherfucker walk into a ballroom and just took off past the goddamn Secret Service start shooting. Like, come on now. Come on. We can't sit up here and keep cooning. I mean, I'm sorry the little white boy died. But keep your fucking hands to yourself. You can't. And shout out to DJ Hemp. DJ Hemp said this today. You can't put your hands on me and then try to control the outcome of what I'm finna do to you. You cannot put your fucking hands on me, and you don't know what kind of mood I'm in. So you come up and put your fucking hands on me, and I knock you. I'm going to do my best to fuck your ass up real bad, like. And so now I got to go to prison because you felt like you want to be the bully. I was listening to JT with the beard, the white beard that be doing the motivational speaking. You know what I'm talking about. Used to be a DJ. You say he used to be a DJ. He got a long beard now, white beard from Michigan that teach the boys karate and shit.
Jason Wilson.
Jason Wilson just told a story about that. He said it was 2 men in a car headed down the highway in Michigan. I don't know if you know about this. He said the 2 men were arguing back and forth with each other. The one threatened to kill the other one. He said, pull over. They both got out the car. Both of their families in the car. They both got out the car and shot each other to death.
Yeah.
They killed each other. Bang, 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 bang. Some people not going to take disrespect. They not going to take it. I'm not going to. JT, if a motherfucker come up and slap the fuck out of you right now, what's going to happen to him?
Yeah, we getting busy.
Hank, what's going to happen to him, Hank?
Yeah, we're going to get down.
That's what I'm saying. And guess what? When Hank snap and do what he do, JT, Beans, T-Max, if you snap and get angry, you don't know what you capable of when a motherfucker puts you in that position. Especially if your family there. That's just like right now. DJ Ham brought this up too. Shout out to him again. He talked about your daughter. If morally, like legally, it's illegal to kill a man who raped your daughter. But morally, it's amazing.
He got to go.
If my daughter come raped, he dead.
Yeah, he got to go.
I don't give a fuck about no law. I don't care what he said. If my daughter get raped by this motherfucker, he dead. And he dead. There's no reason for. I don't. It's my whatever. Today they had people defending. It's my. That's the law, though. You have to follow the law. If he raped your daughter, call the police. Do it the right way. You crazy? I don't know. No man. Hink. I don't know. Hink is a good dude. Hink. I can't see your daughter coming to you, breaking down to you, on you down, grabbing your ankle, saying, "Dad, I just got brutally raped by this motherfucker down the street, and he's still down in the parking lot putting his clothes on." Hink, are you finna call the police and have the police deal with that nigga, or are you gonna kill this nigga?
I'm gonna visit him.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't know what a person to do when you put him in a bad position. That boy was in a bad position. 2 white boys who thought they was bad want to hem the boy up and say, if you don't move my tent, we're gonna beat your ass. And the black boy said he gave him a warning. They said it in court. Hey, don't put your hands on me.
Yeah, he had a shitty ass defense, bro. That defense is just, I don't know. That shit. That was
the witnesses for the defense fucked them over more than anybody.
Yeah, sure
I mean,
it's just something else about that that's just not sitting right with me, man.
Mm-hmm.
That shit happened too fast. It was just.
Y'all, I may do a show Thursday. because there's a lot of shit to talk about. Now we got to talk about Mr. Chow shooting the black boy in the back.
Oh,
over
yeah.
a bottle of water. We got to talk about that because now the Asian people are talking shit now. You niggas and you niggas this and man, let me see if I can let y'all hear this. I got it right here. I saved it because I wanted y'all to hear it. We're gonna play it.
I think I sent that one to you. Did you get it off of IG?
I got it off. I think it was Beige? I think Beige sent this shit too. But listen to this. Oh, let me see if y'all can hear. Hold on. This is an Asian woman who owns a nail salon, sitting in her Mercedes Benz, talking about niggas. Who is the majority of her customers?
Niggas.
Listen to this.
This is going to be an unpopular opinion, and I'm call you out since you motherfuckers don't seem to fucking understand. Every single one of you over there boycotting Asian business and spreading more Asian hate, you fucking black fucking people with your black fatigue, okay? And what your people call niggerism. Yeah, not my words, those are your people's words. You people that is living in that black culture mentality, the poor victim mentality, thinking that people still owe you fucking reparation. Yeah, you motherfuckers. I'm the one talking to you motherfuckers. Every single one
damn.
in life. And then you want to blame everybody else. You see this whole cyberspace and Mr. Chow? None of this would happen if you motherfuckers raise your fucking kids right. That fucking little boy went to someone's business trying to steal fucking water, okay? Now, I might not agree.
She said raise your kids right.
Shooting him fucking in Timbuktu, okay, wherever the fuck he was. But here's the crazy part. If you had disciplined your fucking boy right, he wouldn't be in someone's store trying to steal fucking 50 cents bottle of fucking water in the first place, okay? Not only that, you go and attack the fucking attorney defending his clients, and then here's the truth of the matter. Your people, there are 7 black jurors who found your kid responsible, making Mr. Chow, okay, not guilty because they understand your fucking culture, your mentality. You failed your kid. Your society failed your kid. Your mentality failed your kid. That niggerism fucking attitude failed your fucking kid. Now, if you can't reflect on that, and if you can't understand and take accountability for your fucking failure, this will continue. More black kids are gonna die. Your community is still gonna struggle, and your people will fucking continue to be in poverty. No one's gonna give you a fucking handout. Stop asking for a fucking handout. Stop thinking you're gonna fucking make bank off your fucking kid's death, okay? What you need to fucking do is self-reflect on your people, your culture, your fucking community, and stop blaming everybody else. Let me tell you, boycotting the fucking Asian community, they're probably thanking God that your fucking black ass don't fucking go into their fucking store anymore to cause a fucking muck.
Damn.
Wow.
Look,
bruh.
Look here. Let me say that I got great go, man. Fuck this. But the fortunate thing, she right. Because we ain't gonna do shit. We ain't gonna boycott a motherfucking thing. Your girlfriends and your wives gonna continue to get weeds, get the nails done. You're not gonna stop. You're not gonna keep. You're gonna keep eating that goddamn Asian buffet. You're not gonna do a motherfucking thing. She didn't do but tell you what they been saying behind our goddamn backs.
Yep. Exactly.
They've been saying it. They've been feeling this way. Exactly. They just got bold enough now to say it. What are we gonna do now?
Now, Hank, this is what I want to hear. And tomorrow, I know Tyru's got his show. I'm going to fuck him over tomorrow. Pause. When he had that show tomorrow, I'm going to make him talk about this because he wanted to talk about, oh, Trump is racist and Trump racist and Trump racist. Trump. My thing is this. Are you going to continue to let your daughter sit down at Asian spots who hate you, do your fucking nails, go buy these bundles, go buy these lashes, go to these hair supply stores? Or are you going to keep going there? And if you're going to keep going there, I don't want to hear another motherfucking word about Trump. Not
half these women got to go natural. That means half these women got to go natural.
Hey, you know damn well that ain't going to happen, bro.
Hey,
that
ain't going worth a fuck.
I'm going to tell you this. If half of these women had to go 90 days without weave, the suicide rate would go up 43%.
Damn.
I don't know one woman that can go 90 days without putting weave in her hair.
No, I married one. Fuck that.
Well,
shit.
yeah, you did, Hank. You did. Your wife got natural. She wear natural shit every day. But I'm just saying.
Fuck that.
Yeah,
I appreciate y'all having me, man. Hey, look.
Hey, T-Max,
they gotta be willing. You gotta be willing to stand though. That's the key though. We gotta be willing to
put your link in the bag, bro. For your
you know what I'm saying?
Whoa,
For
you
your
gotta be channel.
Hey.
No, I was telling T-Max to put his. God damn, pause. Yeah.
Wow.
What's the name? What's the name of your channel, bro?
It's T-Max Network.
Okay, T-Max Network. All right.
T-Max, and email me, bro. Black Men Unfiltered at
Yeah, because I want that
so
fucking video you got right there. I'm gonna stir up some shit with that too. And I want
but until you
hold on,
but
one
until we
second.
willing to make a stance against that bullshit, it's gonna continue to happen, man.
Oh yeah.
We got to be willing to make it stop, man. There's two ways you're gonna get your message across: by blood or by money.
Yes, sir.
And motherfuckers ain't gonna take no motherfucking lie. So we know that ain't gonna be the situation.
Look at this shit. White women wear weave, fake eyelids too. Who are the majority of people who buy the weave?
Well, they didn't kill no look. They didn't kill no little white boy, so it don't matter what the fuck them white women were.
Right,
they can continue to go and support them, but we need to stop. Stop dealing with them.
Yep.
Most definitely.
We know this a long time ago that these motherfuckers really don't like us.
Yep.
But yet we keep going in there, pandering, paying, taking care of, putting the kids through college and everything.
All right, T-Max, you go email me, man, so we can connect, bro, and you can come back on these Tuesday and Friday shows with us, bro.
Yeah,
and also you can stream this on your channel too.
Okay, too easy. Your email, where your email at on your description?
blackmanunfiltered@gmail.com.
Okay, too easy. I got you.
Well, look here, fella. I gotta get out of here, man. I got a show tomorrow.
Good seeing you. I appreciate y'all. And JT,
Hank, you say you got a show tomorrow?
What time is your show, Hank?
It's 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, man. We talk about men's mental health.
Hey, Hank,
for sure.
When you talk about men's mental health, I want you to bring up Caleb Williams painting his fucking nails.
That shit on the mat and cover type shit.
If you think that's a problem, if you think that's a mental problem, then talk about it in the chat. We'll talk about it.
Yes, sir.
Hank, your boy got painted nails, man.
I understand that. I seen it. That's between him and him. I ain't got nothing to do with that shit.
Between him and him.
Yeah. That's between him and him. I ain't got nothing to do with that shit. It is what it is. That's his decision.
Hey, Hank, the white dude in the chat said, "Why don't black people own businesses in the hood? Be honest."
You said, "Why don't black people own businesses in the hood?"
Yeah, that's what he asked.
I know a couple of black people. Look, I got a couple of houses in the hood, so that's a business for me. So I don't know what he's talking about, but it is what it is.
He talking about the majority of us who don't pool our resources together or spend it in our own neighborhood.
That's a deep conversation. Why we don't?
It is. There's a lot of brainwashing going on. We'll take our business because that is.
It is what it is, man.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate y'all, man. Hey, hit me up, T-Max, so I can get you involved in these shows, brother. Hank, as always, my brother from another mother, JT. My guy, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Every one of y'all, man, for coming out tonight, man. We'll see y'all later. Peace.
Yeah. Black Man Unfiltered Network. We ain't here to play nice. We here to flip everything they told you was normal. Hey. Yeah. Hey, we flipping tables. Yeah. We breaking labels. Facts. No more silence, no more favors. Truth hit hard, can't save it. Yeah. We flipping tables. This that real, no cable. Hey, if it's fake, we unplug it. Welcome to the table. Yeah. I came in the room, they was comfortable, quiet. Smiling in your face, but behind it is riot. They told me be calm, but I'm built for the storm. When the truth in the building, you better transform. They don't like a man when he speak with direction. They love you when broken, confused, and correction. But I'm on a mission, I'm changing perception. No filter, no fear, just raw intersection. System designed just to keep you disabled. Mentally trapped, spiritually labeled. I'm cutting the cords, the lies getting fatal. If it ain't the truth, I'm flipping in the table. We flipping tables. Yeah, we breaking labels. No more silence, no more favors. flipping tables. They said don't question, I said watch me. Too many men out here living sloppy. No guidance, no code, no structure, no lead. Now we wonder why families bleed. This ain't hate, this accountability. Look in the mirror with this vulnerability. Masking and frame with responsibility. That's what they fear, that stability. I'm calling it out, no sugar, no glaze. We breaking these cycles, we shifting in the phase. Legacy built, not lost in the maze. We done being silent, we enter a rage.
This ain't just a podcast, it's a movement, it's a reset. If it's built on lies, it gotta fall.
We flipping tables, no fear, no fables. Now we changing the label. We flipping tables, truth is non-negotiable. Black man unfiltered, this the voice they ain't controlling. Flippin' Tables podcast, Black Man Unfiltered Network. If it don't make you uncomfortable, it ain't real.